Get it out of my system.
Oh my god. Alright, we are entering levels of scuff never before seen. My sign isn't... There we go. Guys! Welcome to... Hang on, you know what? No, we're restarting. Hey everybody, how are we doing today? It's City States of Klovisa, dash asterisk, the God War. How's everybody doing today?
Well, John,
What a day.
you might notice we are down. People,
Yep.
again.
We
A
are.
hero is down.
I need to change one of these rip signs to "This could be you." It's just like advertising, you know?
Oh, I like that.
The tyrant wants you to die for his sins.
What? Make it like a 40s, a U.S. military 40s propaganda poster.
Jeez. Yeah, Uncle Sam is just there.
The tyrant's militia needs you.
Eric, how are you doing today?
Okay.
That's good.
I had a. You already know this, but I had a Renaissance fair last weekend. Got in a fender bender. Had classes the rest of this week, and that today was the last day of my classes, so I get to go back to work tomorrow.
Nice. Going back to Best Buy right before Black Friday?
Yes, don't fucking start.
Oh,
I'm
we're
thinking
never-
about just quitting right before, so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I won't,
Kush-
but it's a nice thought.
Kusheen being played by John, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going okay. My partner is doing a 10-day meditation retreat, so
Ooh. Wow.
10 days of D&D is what I'm hearing.
yeah, that's what they do at the meditation retreat. It's D&D meditation. You're just in character for 10 days. They're really strict about it.
The DM is not allowed to kill any characters during that time, because otherwise you ruin the meditation.
No, the worst thing is they can kill characters, and if you die, you just have to lay there.
Literal
In a
LARPing.
meditative
that's-
trance, yeah.
You know, that's better than the one I heard about. See, the one I heard about, you literally have, if you die, you have to go throw yourself off a cliff.
Oh yeah.
Not in the game,
Yeah,
but I
they
for
had to
real.
stop that one.
Exactly, right?
Oh,
That's
wow.
how D&D works.
That's fair. Hey, Gibby, how are you? You're playing Runt, your
Hi.
favorite rogue halfling.
Yeah. The guy who can never roll ones, except for that one time I did.
Except for that one time. Okay. You want to say
How
anything
you
else?
doing, John?
It's been 2 weeks.
John, thank you so much for asking. I am doing fantastic. I am in cahoots with 3 other individuals planning to destroy Greg Hansen's Hydra. We have done a full battle simulation, and we're gonna fuck its day. We're just gonna absolutely Shrek it. Nothing can go wrong.
Until the dice say, no, fuck you.
Yeah. No battle plan survives first encounter with the enemy.
True. Other than that, you know, I've just been hanging out, working, doing calendar stuff, building a dungeon. That's always fun. No, Apollo, they
Us
didn't
or
half
one of the
wipe.
other fuckers?
2 people's internets are really down right now, so it's just 3 people right now. So, who wants to do? Well, not who wants to do the recap, but Runt. Let's hear that recap.
Okay, here's what I remember / know. I know that there was a meeting with the tyrant after we were all done with our fun downtime stuff, and there was a funny little note that Runt wasn't there for that we'll probably get to this session. They learned that Tristan Darty, the guy who Tristan Darter, excuse me, not Darty.
I like it.
I was thinking of fucking Dick Dastardly Richard for some reason. Shit Dick Rick. Anyway, Tristan Darter.
What?
Tristan Darter. Well, you don't remember? Yes, that's what you called him, Shit Dick Rick,
Oh,
the guy, the
shit.
airship captain in Destry.
Rick Silverback?
Yeah, you called him Shit Dick Rick. That was how you introduced him to us.
That's fair.
Anyway, Tristan Darter, the guy who helped the political team break into the League of Explorers and steal a bunch of shit that they immediately ended up giving away back after they realized they're in over their heads, has resurfaced somewhere. But obviously he's a super famous hunter, so he's can't really be fucked with. He kind of needs to be, talked to. So our boys, Kushim, Meager, and Nav went out and tried to find him, as they were told that there was someone they could speak to try and learn more. They learned that they need to do an interview of some kind. This is the part where I started to fall asleep because I was having problems last week.
The interview was very necessary.
That was the fulcrum to get leverage.
The only way. The only way.
Yeah,
to do
the
it,
only
right?
way.
Absolutely. That was the mission that was given to us. Was go
Yeah,
undercover
and the last thing that I remember is that they all purchased equipment to go and do this interview, and they were going to speak with someone with Kushim as the lead. And I can only assume, since I didn't figure out the rest of it or watch the rest of it, that it only went swimmingly and nothing bad happened ever.
As per usual, yes.
As per usual.
Yeah.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Discovery team.
I'm just taking in the fact that there are 3 rip signs just in my stream. Ah, true. Does anyone want to finish out that recap, or are we good? Is that enough?
Well, we went to talk to Darter's brother. That's who we were talking to. And Darter got his wife killed, presumably. Well, no, he pretty much said that, but we don't know how, the circumstances. But he got his wife killed. The tyrant is employing both of his daughters, and he just wants to die, and nobody will leave him alone, so he can't die.
Huh.
Kushim, is that what you feel? Is that an accurate statement?
He is a tragedy of a figure looming in the distance. He needs a friend.
It sounds like he needs a rock.
Oh yeah, Kushim tried, but he was not having it because we lied to him.
Yeah.
Said it was an interview about him.
Oof.
Was,
So he is one of the few people who will not be Kushim's friend.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's not taking it well.
Yet. The big asterisk that John put on that. Okay, well guys, it is the 3rd of June? Yeah, it's the 3rd of June, also known as Summer Scorching. To stick with fantasy names. It's getting hot in the world right now. Summer is fully upon us, and hell awaits, I suppose. Runt, you need some catching up to do. What the fuck have you been doing these? Where were you? That's what your party wants to know. What was Runt doing while they were fucking around pretending to be like boom mic operators and camera robots?
I did think of this over the week. He would be, now that he has a bunch of money, buying more of those drugs.
He's just getting high in a fucking opium den.
Not for him. He wants to try and figure out how to weaponize all these drugs that are, now legally buyable in Tulsa. Because the tyrant's just like, yeah, there's this black market. You guys are free to come and go as you please. And Runt's just like, huh. Well, it helps Kushim row that boat.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. If Kushim can row a boat really well with some white powder, he wonders what else he could do with that stuff.
Tactical cocaine.
I mean, I've got the money. I've got the Tulsa bucks.
Yeah. How much money do you want to spend on tactical cocaine?
Let's see. I have 1,500 Tulsa bucks.
Yeah. Wait, 15? That's a lot.
Yeah, I converted basically all my money into Tulsa bucks.
Oh, nice.
Because of the gold weight, and I already have so much other shit I need to carry. But we'll spend 1,000 of that on drugs and get some nice shit.
Okay, John actually has to pull up
How
his
many
fucking...
bricks are you,
What kind of stuff can you give me with 1,000 Tulsa bucks?
Runt just shows up to the Tyrant's Palace with a pallet of cocaine
Stop.
behind him.
Just a
let me
barrel
find
just rolling
out
up. A
how
barrel
much
with powder
that
in
can
it.
get you.
Hey, Kushim, you remember how good you felt? Come on,
Yeah.
buddy, we got more.
Oh, good.
You'll never have to worry about feeling tired ever again. Every time you get tired, we'll just give you another dose.
Oh, good. I felt so tired. And these days, my body aches in strange places. But that stuff was good. Eat it.
Yeah, it's super rock.
Okay, so that's
Pop
unprocessed
rocks, even.
cocaine. Where the fuck is regular cocaine?
I didn't even give you the good stuff. You got bad stuff.
There's better rocks?
Yeah.
Is it
We're
under
gonna give you that
industry?
The industrialized. Where's our Mr. Walter White? When you need him.
No, that's meth. You don't fuck around with meth. Hang on.
What does a bug drunkie look like? Junkie.
Looks like Kushim.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go to unprocessed and then I will increase it. It is under agricultural goods. That's in
Cocaine?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Oh,
coca.
so that's why you find it in bumfuck towns. Okay. That
Okay,
makes
so coca, which creates chocolate, is 1 GP per unit. Cocoa, which creates cocaine, is worth 5 GP a unit. So we increase that by 10 after being processed. So you're spending 1,000 Tulse bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 50 GP. Let's see how many uses you can get here. Calculator. Where's my calculator, boys? God.
DGP per use?
Yeah.
How many uses?
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, 20 uses of tactical cocaine.
Okay, and what
It
exactly does it
is-
use?
It is a pure-on inhalation of it. It's not like a brick. It's not a way.
No, I mean like what does it do once you use it? What is the effect?
You get high on cocaine. The only way is to do it right now.
Like IRL?
No. Does Runt get high on cocaine? Is that what he's gonna do?
I mean, if I want to know what it does and I can use it properly, and I've got 20 uses of it, I'll experiment.
All right. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I just want to know what it does, bro.
Well, first it gets you addicted to cocaine. So we got that out of the way right now. Congratulations. Are you ready to become a coke fiend, Runt? Is that the path you're setting
that's
for
just gonna-
yourself?
That's just gonna encourage me to murder more innocents. So let's go.
But this was like the week he was off, right?
Yeah.
This is the
So
week that,
right after
yeah.
being beat to hell
Mhm.
by Ulathaean fucking space elves and beating the shit out of Runt, who's just like trying
I
to
think-
defend himself with the shield.
We know.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
We're losing another one.
Another one!
Oh my god!
No.
Okay, we can hear you now.
He's back.
Mechanically, I haven't decided on what it was gonna do. Because in a previous campaign, for 1 minute, I just gave advantage to some guy's attack rolls. And then I had him suffer exhaustion. But that doesn't seem like a thing I want to do in this campaign. So, just put on your character sheet, you know what cocaine does now. And you are addicted to it.
I'm gonna put it in my treasure.
Good. It
I
is a
have-
treasure.
Processed cocaine.
Yeah.
You know what it does, and you're addicted to it.
There you go. We'll figure out the drug uses
The mechanics.
later. Yeah, the mechanics of substance abuse. Good. We're discovering things, guys. If this isn't worth
Yeah.
XP, I don't know what is.
I feel like it should give you advantage on charisma checks. I feel like,
Or
or it makes you think you have advantage. On
oh,
charisma.
there we go.
Double my movement speed. But it makes me think I can move twice as fast.
There we go. Anyway, you guys are summoned. Just you three today. For whatever reason. I don't know. Fuck it. To the boss. To the boss's room. The bossa bossa, if you will. Which is what this song is called. It is a relaxed mood as Runt comes in. Not having showered, slept, or probably eaten anything in a couple of days. Because once you start just doing blow right there in front of a drug den, it's going to become a party pretty quick. Or at least that's the kind of atmosphere Brun Seafoy, who sells you these drugs, wants people to have. So when Runt stumbles in, exhausted probably, you two get a quick moment with him.
Hi.
Hello, friend.
You partied and you didn't invite us.
I
Right.
wasn't
I'm
planning
ashamed.
on it. Also, you can talk again. That's cool.
Talk. So,
I hear you in
Tell
my
us.
mind like it's a funny.
yeah, I'm sure you do, buddy. Tell us what is this chapter in your book gonna be like?
How did Jason Dre? How did Jason do? He just laughs. He doesn't finish.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
turn. I'm
where's-
gonna turn
where's-
to Kushim.
Where's
He's
Red
suddenly
Light?
just fucking smoking weed. He's super relaxed when he's tired.
I thought this was funny at first, but now I don't know what to do here. You were also probably on something once. You intervene.
And do you have any more of what you were having?
Yeah, but I don't share. I don't like to share. That's why it's my money.
Friend Runt.
You're kind of close there, Kushim.
Friend Runt. If you have more of the rock,
Well,
I can tell you where to buy more.
please do. Okay, I don't want him.
Are you sure?
See me
Actually-
after class, young man.
Okay. You after class.
I'm very tired, and Red just falls over.
You hit your head on the desk. And as you do so, the lively crab piano music stops. What do we want? We want you. The tyrant kicks in the door. His bodyguard follows. Ozark soon follows after. Immediately,
Navin's gonna
Runt,
pick
you...
Runt up and throw him over his shoulder.
Runt is
As they
beginning
busted the
to
door.
sober up immediately as your boy, the tyrant, stumbles in also on... No.
Also
I think-
partying.
Yes. He claps his hands, brings everyone to attention, points at Runt, say, Runt, where have you been?
Huh? What?
Where have you been?
Yeah. In Tulst.
Yeah, I know that. What have you been doing?
Buying experimental weaponry.
I need some kind of charisma check. That seems like a deception roll. Maybe you believe it.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. He believes that you believe that, Ron. As you deceive yourself perfectly. The tyrant shakes himself, deep in thought for a moment there, and focuses up. We have some actionable intelligence for you people. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Yes,
Always.
He looks at Kushim.
I think Kushim is distracted by thoughts of
Kushim, are you there?
energy rocks.
I said yes, please, friend.
Oh, okay. We didn't hear you.
No, none of us heard that.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. The internet's weird. The tyrant speaks quickly. And by that I mean John's gonna check his notes real quick.
He speaks quickly as he speaks in 1 minute, or 1 word per minute.
I'm forgetting what date exactly. I want to be exact here. On the 29th of May, or whatever the fuck Fantasy May is, we got a report from Destry. As we all know, Fresnoth has stepped up her game, and apparently this was rumored. It was mentioned offhandedly by a few contacts of ours in that country. But Grimir of the Grave, your undead companion, has been seen in combat with Fresnoth.
Oh.
Indeed.
Fighting with her or against her friend?
Against each other.
That's
This is
surprising.
the dead ghost dude.
Exactly, the dead ghost dude that you
Cool.
led you into that weird temple thing that you guys ran away
Yeah.
from. And then
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
else profited off of later.
Listen, don't bring that up, alright?
I'm gonna bring it up. It might be important.
I doubt it.
Either Fresnoth has done something to piss off the undead in the northern forest, or Grimir has finally decided to make his move on the living. The undead legion has been seen mobilizing in the north. Now, this is good news for us. It takes a lot of pressure off the south, which she has been ramping up this entire couple of months. Downside is the southern part of Destry, known as the domain of Duke Aldrich, has now more or less declared war on us. Now putting pressure on our south, which we were not prepared for. We were a little prepared for. And we still have, like, technological advantage, but they are pushing in just due to vast numbers. And the entire southern border of Destry, the city, is more or less under siege. So, bad news there. Worse news yet, there is now a confirmed magical ritual happening in the principality or province of Morning Glory. And at this point, Ozark will throw up a map of the Destry region.
Not that shit again. Isn't that, like, wasn't Duke Grothil... Is he involved in any of that? Because he's, like, the closest guy near that.
Not that we're
Besides
aware
Fresnoth.
of, the tyrant says, as Ozark speaks up and begins to doodle lines. So it looks like all of the people in this forest have just sort of come out and are now holding that southern side of the river. Ozark, the mad lich wizard, points more, makes more arrows. So, this is how it's kind of going with all the Fresnoth or Fresnoth-aligned people. These guys are kind of moving south, but not really. They're just sort of taking up these positions. And over here, he draws in big red lines so that you all can see. Over here is where the crazy magic was detected by one of my augurs. But, you know, it takes a few hours to days to confirm it's like what kind of spell it is. Which I have discovered through a combination of spells. It is conjuration magic, which is not good.
That's like the summoning kind of shit, right?
Yep, that's the summoning kind of shit. Also the healing shit. Or part of the healing shit.
I don't
it's
know
often
anything
right.
about magic, despite learning under a disenfranchised man. But I can only assume that's exceptionally bad.
Indeed. Duke Grothel, who is not an enemy, but not an ally either, has made contact with the Overduke and more or less pointed out what was happening after we had discovered it, which was nice of him, but it does not confirm anything more than what we already know. You can thank your old friend Revik or Sever for that one. He's apparently fostered a friendship of some kind with the
Wait.
Duke Grothel.
I thought Revik died. We went
Uh,
to his grave.
Ozark puts his hands on his hips. What the fuck do you think a vampire is, you rodent of a man? And Tyrant's like, what? Ozark? What the fuck? Calm down.
I thought...
Burn.
I didn't realize Revik changed his name after he became a vampire. I thought he died as in, like, well, became a vampire and then died because of the process. Nothing was really explained to me since we just got back.
The Tyrant speaks up. Please forgive Ozark. This one is an antsy simulacrum. I apologize on his behalf, Runt. Ozark, chill the fuck out. And Ozark, still hands on hips, staring at Runt, moves on from the subject because he's an asshole and a wizard. Anyway, this is some pretty actionable shit, and we'd like to send a task force and/or a hit team to go ahead and disable all the anti-air or disrupt this ritual, whichever seems more prevalent in this city, so that we can take out all the clerics within. You guys up for that task?
Murdering people? Are you kidding?
Yes.
Who do you think we are?
This is where it all started.
I can't believe you would consider anyone else for this job.
So, wait, question. I want to clarify, because we had miscommunication last time. If there are children throwing fireballs around, do we have permission to kill them this time?
That wasn't the problem. The problem last time was killing unarmed men who were disabled from the waist down, as I recall. The quote-unquote prisoners of war. Wink, wink.
Tyrant nods at this. Don't kill defenseless people. There will be many civilians in this town that are more or less have been held hostage / are forced workers here. Ever since Fresnoth and her Council of Clarity took over the region. Or the city. Either way, they have some anti-air magical technology, some sort of radiant bullshit that has been keeping Rick Silverback, your old friend, away from the city's airspace. But other than that, we haven't decided exactly how we want to insert the team, as well as a couple other units that, for your own sake, are better left not spoken about. You won't be going in without backup, is what I'm trying to say. That would be suicide.
That's good.
They will have other objectives from you, however. That being said, if one of you dies and then they speak with dead your corpse, I don't want you guys knowing about it. They have a bunch of clerics. I'm sure if one of you dies, or if all of you die, it'd be better not to jeopardize their missions, and vice versa.
Don't worry, if they
Fair
speak
enough.
with dead with us, they're only gonna learn about Hephaestus, and that could only wend poorly for them.
But Tyrant and Ozark laugh. They stare at you for a second as John thinks of what else he wants to say.
Hey, what happened with that note that I gave you?
Oh, yes, the Prince of Maelstrom, he says, just picking it up off the floor as though it had just never been touched. He flips it open, reads part of it out loud, stops halfway, and then summarizes the rest. More or less, the prince here has made a declaration that he is neither friend nor foe with me, which is a step in the right direction, I suppose. He has also told me that many of his noble class have begun expansionary, or they've been trying to move into Moolah. Or not Moolah, True Milk. That one shit city above Alcazan. You guys know it?
I've definitely heard of it, yeah.
Okay. They're famous for cows. Maelstrom does not have an agricultural anything.
I think my village was near there. Now that I think about it,
You live like 100
I,
miles
I,
north of.
I mean, I lived outside of Maelstrom growing up and just found myself. Anyway, my whole family was murdered by spirit beasts outside Maelstrom. That's how I ended up there.
Okay,
But that's
understood.
besides the point.
Uh, he has warned me of these actors who are more or less renegade citizens. Not that anyone in Maelstrom isn't a renegade immediately, citizenship or not. Um, Other than that, his father, the king, King Maelstrom, is still on campaign against Ugarest, more or less just hanging out in the skies and attacking their trade convoys. So right now, the city is more or less leaderless, and only the prince seems to have any political sway that he can act upon.
That sounds good for us.
I suppose if having an ineffectual government just attacking people is good for us.
I mean, they're specifically not focusing on interfering with our affairs, so I see that as a plus.
True. Many mercenaries. This is not in the letter. He puts it aside. Many mercenaries and/or just exploiters, harassers, raiders from Maelstrom have begun to move into the City of Blinding Lights to cause further chaos and/or loot the city while also fighting these rats, leeches, and birdmen who seem to be in a similar process of looting. For all intents and purposes, the City of Blinding Lights is a defunct state at this point in time.
What is there to loot there? I thought it was just a place with people. I didn't think there was anything important that was actually there.
Lots of magical just things. The city is ancient. It's been around as long as Maelstrom has. The fact that it has fallen and so quickly at that is a massive surprise. However, it's likely a major focal point for our Foul One enemies. I'm pretty sure Sanctuary, our good friends at Sanctuary apparently, will be under siege soon, as more and more of the Foul Ones redirect themselves away from the City of Blinding Lights to either Maelstrom, Big Stinky, or the Hole in the Wall, as it is known.
Well, that sucks. We just kind of saved that place.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they can do. We're keeping an eye on a lot of situations right now, but the South currently is, really fucked, to be blunt, which is why we kind of want to finish up this northern campaign so that we can focus on things going halfway across the continent.
Yeah, well, either way, no matter what we choose, it sounds like we're gonna have to be murdering a lot of things.
We are at war.
Well, I suppose our long trips and fun little walkthroughs of these dungeons have been a long enough break from the world proper.
He nods. Alright. I don't have too much to say that can't be said to somebody else. And I'm super busy, so I'm going to take off. However, if you guys have further ideas about how you wish to engage in this province thing, which I'm more or less assigning to you at this point, I suppose, speak to an Ozark Simulacrum, say you want to meet. Otherwise, I will be sending you someone who will be overseeing other aspects of your mission, but likely won't be in combat themselves.
One last thing, are we going back on the Judgment of Longing for this, or is someone else taking us to Destry?
Irithyll refuses to go near Rick Silverback. So, she has politely told me to fuck off. And she would rather devote her energies to some other objective. However, Rick Silverback will be backing us up, as well as some other ships that we have been jacked, or have jacked.
We did a good job on the first go-around, I guess.
He honestly is the better of the options, too. He has more guns.
And you doubted me when I asked you for 200,000 gold.
Ozark did, but I didn't. I thought it was a great purchase. Alright.
And so it has been.
Peace out, and the Tyrant, your boy, heel face turns and just leaves, leaving an Ozark simulacrum glowering at you all.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you too, man!
You want some cocaine?
Fucking yeah. you
I'll
and
give
the
you-
simulacrum do cocaine
Okay.
together.
I'll give the remnants of the first shot, to whatever's left, to the simulacrum if he fucks off and doesn't magic missile me.
He won't. This one does not have magic missile prepared.
Oh,
Not that you know that, but
I wouldn't, but still pretty funny. I always assume they always have it prepared, because he thinks it's the best spell in the game.
fuck
In
you,
the world.
Riley, you piece of shit. What? Nick, calm down. Okay. So, this is the portion of our session where we discuss plans. And John is going to give as much hand-wavy information, which will help you decide on your thing. But if you plan to YOLO airdrop in the dead of night, I mean, fuck. You don't need much information after that.
For Destry?
Yes, for this province of Morning Glory, specifically.
Well, I mean, if a group of extremely young, adventuring murder dwarves can work their way through a city and murder its leader, surely the Discovery team has the ability to just waddle in there and kill some mages. Or stop whatever it is that they're doing.
What
You're
about the
overestimating our abilities.
what about that vehicle we took last time?
Oh yeah, the Schmitty mobile.
The Shitty
The,
Mobile?
war-
That's what I was
the
thinking.
Warthog.
It would be pretty obvious, because most of that entire area is currently being scouted / occupied by Fresnoth's immediate army. She seems to be in like a holding pattern right now, rather than a let's keep attacking and work our way to the city kind of formation. So
If we drove at night, is that... I remember we could get all the way to that forest within like a day, so is
Yeah.
it possible to drive up during night under...
Not
just because you
without-
mentioned anti-air. What's up?
Not without headlights. You would be extremely obvious in the dark.
Could we feasibly go along the mountain ridge line in the Humvee? Or is
Could,
that area still too open and we'd be like seen just as if we went through the plains?
could Eric drive because he has... Or sorry, could Nav drive because he has dark vision?
And land vehicle proficiency.
Oh shit.
Possibly. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
It
Is it
is
John's
a,
question or my question?
to your question, to both
Okay.
of you. So, vehicles going through heavily forested / mountainous terrain go super slow. And if you put on the fact that you can only see 120 feet of you at any given time, in theory, like, you could...
Move on foot. faster
Yeah,
than that.
but it would be really difficult to, like, orient yourself. That would be,
Yeah,
like, the
I
main
think-
hurdle.
The play might be to travel a certain amount of distance. Let's say on this map, let's say we start here, like coming basically, getting out of the vehicle like maybe a day or 2 days out from the city, so that way where they're not going to notice us, and then hoofing it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I thought about that, but if we do that, I actually think coming and stopping at like this forest patch would be better, because then we're not crossing this open area where
Yeah. I'm just,
horses over here.
I
But
agree with the
yes.
idea of using the car for transport and then like getting out like long before there, and then just hoofing it that last stretch of the way, so that way it's, you know, it's the best of both worlds, cutting time through the vehicle while also not getting seen, because, you know,
Do we
vehicle.
know where in the city this ritual is happening?
No.
Like roughly? No? Okay.
While you guys discuss amongst yourselves, John will draw a very scuffed city map of what the province, the old principality once looked like.
Because I was also thinking, since we're along a mountain ridge, the way I imagine a city like this being set up is like city, gates, richer area, but then like a temple or something like that, the highest up and the furthest back, which in my mind is where a ritual would most likely be held. So if we wanted to come along these mountain ridges and try to enter the actual city closer to a spot like that, that way we're not going like through a bunch of bullshit. Because if we go through a bunch of bullshit, we're both more likely to be discovered and we're going to be farther away. So like, I don't actually know that we could fight our way through all of that and get to the ritual and still be able to do the job.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Also, was our only job to take care of the ritual, or was it to take care of Duke Aldrich too?
There will be multiple objectives for you guys to take.
Because if that's the case, I actually think taking care of Aldrich would be a more tactical move as a first step.
Duke Aldrich is dead. His people are revolting and are more or less leaderless, and they blame Tolst.
Over Duke. Okay.
No.
Well, dealing with that situation is my point.
Well, that's good, because he was a racist.
Apparently he had been dead for weeks, so who knows what was going on there. This is stuff the political team discovered and has since been disseminated amongst the rest of the task force units. Or at least for the people who need to know. It's a need to know thing, which you might need to know now. Okay. John will take us to the map. It is super scuffed, so bear with me. Let me just go ahead and throw this over here. I literally just drew this. Okay. So, John will now draw here. This red zone that I've now circled is mountains. The rest is plains. These markers, these little things, are gatehouses to the city. There's 3 main gatehouses, and then it runs into a cross-like road. The city's not really organized well, so there's no like industry quarter, residential quarter, or like market square. It's just all kind of spread out and wonky. It's old. It's a very old city. The walls are made out of stone. They are not built against like they're not slanted in any way to protect against like range projectiles or like cannons and stuff. They're just like high curtain walls. This purple square over here is the Prince Bad Bagels' palace. What was once Prince Bad Bagels' palace, I suppose. It's kind of like the seat of power there. And assumedly where the Council of Clarity is. It is guarded by the mountain range first off, and then a separate curtain wall within the city itself to keep like peasants at bay, I suppose. What else would they have figured out? That's it for now. So that's kind of like the layout of the city, or the castle / fort, whatever you want to call this hellhole.
I guess looking at this, coming from the mountains does seem like the best idea. How close could we be airdropped in, I guess? Because that seems to be the best way then if we're coming from the mountains.
Excuse me. So, airships, like, maximum altitude or comfortable altitude is like 1,000 feet. They don't like pushing above that because people find it really hard to breathe outside of 1,000 feet. I'm trying to think if they would have any, like, search beams. They likely would have, well, they have anti-air defenses. So in theory, if your airship gets spotted going over here, they're going to be on high alert. But if you just swoop in at 1,000 feet and then just fucking go, there's not really much of a chance for them to shoot you out of the sky. Featherfall is good for 600 feet. So if you fall for 400, cast Featherfall, and then fall the rest, you're, in theory, good to just, like, hit a wall. The downside of feather falling is you don't control your direction while moving or while falling. So as soon as you cast feather fall, you're just like stuck on a downward trajectory.
Like a parachute almost.
Yeah. So like sticking together is a thing. It is a pain in the ass, and you should expect to get split up. Even while like linking arms or like tying yourselves together. You probably don't want to tie yourself together because if one of you hits something or gets snagged, or just, you know, gets carried in a different direction, you can, in theory, really hurt yourself. There's a reason why people don't parachute with rope to other people parachuting.
You do these cool skydiving formations, though.
Yeah. They still spread out, though.
Okay, so it sounds like then we can't really, like, come from the mountains and get dropped in that direction. Like, that wouldn't really... Is that right? Like, we couldn't sort of skirt around because they don't go high enough?
It depends on how tall the mountains are. John will check this map. So you wouldn't be able to go from universal right to left here, in this case. The mountains are just too tall. But in theory, you can, like, skirt around the edge of the mountains and do something like this kind of path. That way the airship that's transporting you doesn't fucking crash into the mountain range. Also,
but then we open it up.
You probably don't want to do something like this either, because if you miss or overshoot, you're going to be trapped on a mountain range between yourself and a curtain wall.
Yeah, and like we don't... I mean, if they've got anti-aircraft, we kind of want to not get too close to the city with it, right?
It depends. If it's just like we're going, you know.
Yeah, like a literally just them driving by to drop us off, and then we jump off at the right time, then they'll probably be fine. It's just we can't stay and fight in an airship. The problem with dropping in from an airship, though, is that they're almost immediate. Even if we do it at night, people are going to be like nearly immediately aware of our presence, so stealth isn't an option.
Right.
As opposed to traveling by vehicle and then walking our way in, then it's more, we have time may be against us in that because we're taking longer to do it. We will have the element of the Yeah, we'll have a bigger element of surprise and people not knowing exactly who we are versus literally just hot dropping in.
Yeah. I think vehicle then.
We could also potentially just take the airship and have it drop us, like, here. So we're closer and not spending days getting to the area, but the words just lost me. I don't know what I was trying to say. moving on.
How close could we get the vehicle to drop us, I guess? Could we get it to, I mean, if we're driving in the night, and then, like, I guess we'd have to, like, park it, we could park it sort of in the woods or something, because...
It would depend on if you get discovered. Because if you're never discovered, in theory, you could just park at the wall. Like,
Right.
The real question is, what happens when you are? How likely is it that you will get discovered? Another thing to consider is any plan is going to have risks. There's probably not going to be a perfect insertion plan. So let's keep that in mind as we plot and scheme for the rest of our... well, for the rest of the team.
Okay. So I say we take the vehicle, because also it's so cool, right? Nav can pilot this vehicle in the dark from dark vision, no headlights. That's just so badass. We get up there close to a forest. We park it somewhere, hide it, and then we make our way on foot. Maybe the last couple hours or something. What do you guys think?
I think that's pretty good.
I'm okay with that. Honestly, I think it's either taking the vehicle and going on foot or just doing the hot drop.
Yeah,
It's either, like, we can't do a mix. It's either going to be like full stealth or balls to the wall.
But what if we drop the vehicle as part of the hot drop and just blast everyone with this tank that we have? But no, I think your idea, John, is probably gonna be our best bet. Because I don't know if working like improvised, like once we're dropped in, now we have to try and figure out everything in a short amount of time really works for us super well.
That's a good point, right?
Being able to think out, like, take in our surroundings, like what types of guards are where, maybe talking to citizens and figuring out where, like, hearing rumors about this like magical thing, taking that little bit of extra time and having some cover, it works better for us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that's our game plan.
Before we go then, I would like to, I don't know, requisition some a vehicle-sized ghillie suit for hiding it in the forest.
That's not gonna happen. Okay,
A
so...
vehicle-sized ghillie suit.
You don't have camo?
I'm just gonna drive around with a bunch of nets on my car. I think that's what I want to do.
We put it in the fucking trunk.
What if we
Then
just
what's
have, like,
the point of having the ghillie suit?
When we hide it in the forest.
So imagine we have like 4 or 5 bags of just like leaves and brush in the car. So when we actually get there, we take out all the bags of leaves and brush and we just dump it on top of the
You
car.
are going to be in a wheeled vehicle that is going to leave tracks. This is not horse steps that you just, grab a branch and just like rustle the earth. These are going to be deep set tires moving 1,000, if not more so, pounds of steel through the earth. Or at least over the earth. It's going to be exceptionally hard to conceal this thing.
Fair enough.
That being said, you may want to blow it up so that no one can steal it. Just saying. So our plan is to
Well, I thought-
drive from Tolst under the cover of darkness with nav piloting to get as close to a city as possible?
Well, I thought we were gonna drive from Destry, the city.
Is that not what I said? I
You
feel-
said Tulst.
Said from
Oh.
Tulst.
We're not driving from Tulst. That's not happening.
You're right.
But
that would be insane. From the
I think-
Tulst-controlled region of Destry, excuse me.
if we can we get like another like Schmidt or some other driver to drive us so that way he can take the car back so we don't have to just blow it up?
This will be a multi-stage plan. So, let me tell you the Tyrant's main objectives here. And then you guys will probably pick one and try to do that. So, numero uno is... There are 4 objectives, okay? The first one, discover/disrupt whatever massive conjuration ritual is being cast within the city. Number 2 is take out the anti-aircraft weaponry so that Rick Silverback can directly bombard the city. Number 3 is stage a citizens' uprising to take over the city itself. And 4 is take and hold a gate until the follow-up Tulst relief/invasion force can get into it properly.
Oh, so it's just literally a coup. We're trying to stage a coup.
Yes, you are going to be...
Oh, that's much more fun than just going in and murdering people, which is exactly what I thought this was.
Is that not the exact same thing?
Well, I thought it was go in, murder someone, and then just leave.
One of them's French.
And one of them is French.
Uh-huh. Baguette.
Oh.
So, which objective are you guys wanting to pursue? Is this one
I'm most interested in the ritual for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested in the conjuration, the thing that could potentially summon a whole bunch of whoomabagabas into the world, and that would be really bad because we don't know what they are. It could be foul ones. It could be more vampires. It could be elementals. We have no idea.
I would also say we might look at the anti-aircraft too, because having Rick Silverback bombarding the city could disrupt the ritual just as easily as us going in there and doing something too.
Yeah, those are
I agree.
definitely my top 2 for sure. If it's easier to disrupt the ritual first and then go after, then we'll do that. At least that's what I'd like to do. But if it's easier to get rid of the AA stuff and then let Rick do his thing, then that's what we'll do. But we won't know which one is
Which one is which until
which
we
one
get
is
there.
which, yeah, until we figure out and talk to some people.
What do you mean by that?
So so if we go there, and once we go there, we could potentially talk to some citizenry and be like, hey, do you know anything about the forces here, or do our own reconnaissance and figure out exactly how easy it would be to take down the anti-aircraft stuff, as opposed to trying to find out, hey, are these these cultists or other people who are just doing this thing that's really hard to get access. Once we are there and we figure out which objective is harder, we're going to go for the one that's easier.
Do
But those
you
are
think that you and your team can infiltrate the city? And to actually do this, or do you expect to, on this night, where all the other, operatives, we'll call them, other Tulst agents begin their own operations? Do you think that night is just going to be a chaotic clusterfuck, where you can just
Wait,
grab
so you're
someone off the
saying
street? This
you're
is
saying
going
that
to
when
be
we're-
a full-blown invasion. So if you guys want
Right.
to get there early, you'll need to infiltrate to conduct an investigation.
Okay, so we have a literal deadline of this day or this night.
Yep, they just haven't
Shit's
decided the
going
date.
down.
They're
Okay.
hoping to take over the entire city before the month is out.
Okay, that changes things a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then trying to hot drop would be a lot better, because then now there's all this other shit happening while we drop in. Because I was going under the assumption of I knew that there were other operatives with other objectives, but now if it's the other operatives are doing these other objectives that you aren't doing, then
Yeah.
it's okay, now rather than here's a laundry list of what you have to do, it's choose one of these. Whatever you don't do, other people will do, which is not what I was thinking it before. So that being the case, that changes things.
If that's the case, then
Okay.
I think just hot drop on the ritual, right?
Yeah, hot drop
Yeah, I would
while
agree.
everyone else attempts their invasion for extra confusion.
Do you have a way of detecting where this ritual is being taken place at?
We have a wizard who I
Meteor
think
might.
has detect magic.
I've got detect magic, but I don't think that would.
That
I
has
mean, it's a
small
ritual
range,
cast,
too.
right? Yeah, it's not super far or wide.
So, so it is possible to infiltrate the city, do some kind of investigation to figure this out before the invasion takes place, right?
And I think
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that.
So the real question, if that's what you want to do, and then you time your assault, you get your plan together for that specific thing while you're in the city, it will likely be investigate does not mean shopping, coffee traveler. If that's what you're wanting to do, the car option will probably be better. That being said, you can in theory do like a stealth drop. It depends on whose house or rooftop you land on. But if you have a way of getting over the curtain wall, nothing's stopping them from dropping you outside the city within like walking distance, like an hour out.
Yeah,
If we can
like if they
get
hot
it,
drop us at night.
if we can get a day in there, and I'd like to get that day. See
Yeah,
what's going
even
on.
just if it's one day ahead of the infiltration.
Yep.
What do you think, Eric? Hot dropping right outside the city?
Yeah. Only thing I can think of is I think we should have a objective B if we can't find any information in that day. You know what I mean? Like we make the ritual like our main objective,
Right.
but if we can't find out where that ritual is, we can't search an
We go
entire
for
city
the-
for it. So
Yeah.
at that point, I think holding one of the gates for the rest of the invasion force would probably be the next best thing. That, or if we can find out information about the anti-air.
Mhm.
I agree. Because with the five of us could probably hold the gate with a high ground and with
Well,
Nav.
especially if we had a time, because then we don't necessarily have to hold it for. It's not like
Yeah.
we're holding it for hours, right?
Yeah, we know people are coming and we know how long it'll be before they get there, approximately.
Eric, that is not necessarily the case. It solely depending on like how soon you take the gate over. Because if
Right,
word
but that's
gets
what I mean.
out
We have a
that-
time of when people are supposed to be coming to the gate, so a rough time. I'm not saying like because
We could coordinate that
shit
too.
can happen.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where they're coming from.
But if they hear they're going to see an army. They cannot sneak an army in through Thresnoth's like border, right?
Right.
So
right.
the city will be alerted to that army. That's why it's important to have that gatehouse like on lockdown as soon as you can.
That I feel like is impossible. Forgive me if it seems, but to have
It's
Five
almost
of us.
suicidal, yeah. But you will, if you manage to pull it off, you will have an army within a city.
Okay, well, I think we all agree, try to get the ritual first. If we can't find that information about the aircraft, and then last
I
resort.
I agree. I think as part of the fallback plan, I think if we are struggling, like let's say we spend half a day and we can't find anything as part of the backup plan for trying to hold the gate, we should try and incite some sort of civil unrest with the other citizens, especially the captives, especially around the gatehouse, to help us, whether they know it or not, help us kind of make sure that we have a little bit of defensiveness with this wall of people who are basically causing unrest, so that they're not just coming straight to us and fighting us.
Yeah, and we got cocaine, so we can definitely.
Yeah, we have 19 uses of cocaine, so we could just be like, hey, who wants cocaine? Go and fuck some shit up. Fuck Fresnoth.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a backup plan to the backup plan.
Okay, so we're planning to. How are we getting to the city? That's the first thing I want to know.
Airship drop just outside the city at night.
Let me.
A cold drop, if you will.
Haha. ODST is coming in.
Okay. Next up, we want to go a day before the main invasion.
Yes.
Just for the timing. Okay, so. How are we getting over the wall? What's the plan for that?
Rick Silverback.
What do you mean?
Well, if we're going,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
have
So
to
we're
find some way.
okay. So
You're dropping
We're gonna drop
outside the
outside.
city, so there's gonna be a wall in front of you.
okay.
Right?
Okay. That's the hard part.
Ah, yes, the flaw.
Yes. I mean, we
That's
can.
why I'm walking
we can,
you down the plan.
we can get climbing equipment, right? We can bring that with us, and we can climb the wall.
That's
Uh,
I mean, it's a big risk. We'd be literally defenseless on the wall.
You
presumably there's
cannot
guards walking the
hammer and pin your way to the top. It would be way
Okay.
too loud and noticeable if you were going for stealth, which I assume you
Do
are.
we know if there's?
Yeah.
Do we know if there's traffic coming in and out of the gates?
Mm.
Yes. There are villages and other smaller unmapped towns outside of this city. So people are within a day's walk. That being said, there's not too much like economy when it comes to this region. It's mostly sustenance farmers just trading with one another. So it's not like
In that
great
case,
swaths
what
of villagers.
what if we post Kushim as a produce merchant and claim that we're from an outlying village and we're coming in to bring in to sell his merchandise there?
You want to try to deceive your way through a military checkpoint?
Yeah? I mean, does that sound like something you guys want to do? I mean, if we can't go over it and we have to go through it, it's better to go through it without fighting, and they, you know.
So I'm with you, and I like it. Would it be possible to like? I can fly as well. I could fly people over the wall back and forth if there's a suitable location for that, because it would take some time.
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about the wall? How well guarded is it at 3 a.m. or whatever?
There are night patrols. You don't know the intensity of said night patrols. It could just be one dude with like a lantern going through it, or it could be like teams of people, like kill squads, looking for people trying to fucking sabotage them. Who knows?
Okay.
I think, and they know there's a fucking army coming. I think it would be better to assume that they're gonna be on high alert than a relaxed night patrol.
So here's like the real big quandary of infiltration. It's going to be way easier to infiltrate the sooner or the more distance between you going in and the army coming after you, right? So
Right.
the downside to that is the longer you're in the city, the more likely you are to be discovered.
I'm more okay with that, though. I don't know about you guys, but I feel okay with our ability to sort of run away or hide in the city then.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could,
The only person who has, I think, difficulty with like hiding might be Nav because of his big bulky armor, but
even like if we were trying to get in, I think even being in the city would be awkward.
So I can do
the-
invisibility to help with that, just for the checkpoint. But then once inside, maybe it'll be a little bit harder. If you've got a cloak though, like a hood, that makes you somewhat more inconspicuous. And it can also do disguise self. So that can take care of 3 people.
Yeah, the basically the thing would be, I don't know exactly what spells Meager has, but
Meager.
the only person we would really need to hide would have to be Nav. And then you have disguise self if you really need it, but you may not need disguise self. It's more of like why is there a bug man here? But like it could be like, oh friend, I just live out in one of the villages and I escaped from blah blah blah, or whatever whatever your backstory that Kashim would have would be, and then we just go through the checkpoint with fruit and
Actually,
everything.
he brought up a really good point. What if we just got scrolls of invisibility and applied them to everyone and walked through the checkpoint?
Yeah, like wait if it wasn't open, wait for someone else for it to be opened for, and then we travel along with that while we're all invisible.
The always biggest risk to the invisibility, just walk your way through everything, is invisibility is a known spell. This isn't gonna surprise anyone.
They've got little things of powder that they spray on everyone.
Just
that's why I think
dump flour on
Throwing
people.
bags of chalk around.
I feel like you would though, wouldn't you? Okay.
that's why I think it would be good in combination of like half the party is invisible and the other half is posing as the fruit merchants. So it's like so that we can control like the distraction to make sure our invisible boys get inside, and then
So I think it would be easier to fly people invisibly than it would be to go through the gate.
That is true.
Like, if we've got that invisibility, the fly that I've got doesn't use concentration, so we can, if we've got scrolls of invisibility...
The countermeasure
also,
to this would be people just with fucking air cannons filled with flour or chalk, just shooting the air constantly.
Here's the best part that I thought of when you said that you had fly, because I'd forgotten that you had fly. If we do it at night, and we're good with the patrols, like we can make sure that we dodge like the headlights, because like we know where to not go because it's nighttime, and you have Nav helping, basically helping you on the communicator, telling you like who to dodge. You're a warlock, which means you get your spells back on a short rest. So basically, if we can't get everyone over on the night after you sleep, the people who are in the city can find a good place to hide, and the people outside the city, you could help them the next day.
Yeah, I've got...
Because we won't have to wait super long for you to get your spells back.
Yeah. I've got 10 minutes worth of this fly, so that should be plenty of time to go back and forth for all of us, especially if someone like rides on my back or something. I don't know how that would... If that's okay, and I could do 2 people at a time, then for sure, within 10 minutes, over the wall back. And someone might have enlarge reduce as well. That it
I think
make someone tiny, so
yeah, I think
that could help.
Or he can make you bigger, and you could carry 2 people.
There you go. That's probably better.
I will look at Meager's
Increased chance of discovery though if he's large. Well,
I'm
He's still-
invisible.
oh yeah.
If we've got that.
If he's invisible and fly.
like
Meager
the
does
invisible
have
fly man.
enlarge reduce. He could do this.
Okay. That could be good. To use a spell scroll, do you have to be wizard? Or...
The spell needs to be on your spell list.
That means Meager could use it on everyone. He could use it on Kushim because it's a touch spell.
The problem is
If we're
making
carrying
a
2 at a
scroll.
time, I can be one of the last people to go because I can also use the scroll as well.
And if the scroll's from Ozark, it can be cast at a higher level, so that it could just it could do all. I mean, if it's a level 6 invisibility scroll, I don't know if Ozark can do that or something, but if we get it higher than just level 2, then that would.
Can we cast the scroll at a higher level than what we currently have access to?
No.
No? Okay.
Or, in theory, you can, but the difficulty ramps up.
Yeah, I mean, 3rd level invisibility would be 2 people, right?
Yeah.
So why not just have a bunch of 3rd level, so that way it's Kushim, and whoever Kushim is carrying is invisible?
I agree. If we've got.
And it's
even
easier to make 3rd level scrolls than 6th or 5th.
This is true.
That works.
Where is he?
I'd like more than just the bare minimum, if that's all
I was about to say,
possible.
I actually think we should double up on them too, because if we have to make our way around the city in times of trouble, having those scrolls could be.
Actually, I don't think you can make a spell scroll upcasted with a spell. I don't think that's actually a thing. Like, at all.
No.
I've never
makes sense.
once heard of a spell scroll of 4th level fireball.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
That
just means we all have more-
So I don't know if
Well,
that's a different.
Just like, the scroll doubles in length every time, and you're just reading for hours on end to, like...
That just means we need a bunch of 2nd level, the regular invisibility scrolls, which is fine.
It's about girth, not length. Fucking coffee traveler coming in hot. I am not certain about that, but he can, in theory, make invisibility. Actually, hang on.
Or I mean,
Oh,
it
God.
doesn't necessarily have to be him. It could
It
be.
doesn't have to be Ozark, but
So one of the things with Ozark is he's not allowed to have certain spells because he has abused them in the past. He's not allowed to have
Invisibility
knock.
sounds like one he would.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as a greater invisibility seems way worse than just regular invisibility.
Or fucking
Well, he's not allowed to have
Polymorph?
knock and a couple of other spells. He's not allowed
Knock,
to.
I can
He's not
understand.
allowed to have fly either. So the fact, like, the way he flies is a gimmick of a different spell.
Levitate.
Kind of, but Ozark's a weird character. He can't have everything. Just solely due to the fact that he's an abusive asshole.
Wow, the Lich of Wizardry being an abusive ass.
I think he can make them regardless if he uses them or not, though. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Right?
I mean, as long as he knows the spell, you can make the scroll, right? Because that's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
prerequisite is knowing how to cast a spell, not being able to use it.
A bunch of
Yeah, it doesn't even
Ozarks
necessarily
use
have to be
Mage
him.
Hand to push invisible levitating Ozark. That's the trick. It's just this fucking cartwheel of levitating Mage Hand pulling Ozarks. Or
It's
just...
literally it's just a Ferris wheel of Ozarks, so they're all
Oh my
invisible.
God,
So
that-
one Ozark could fly.
And it just starts with one last simulacrum just pushing them like the Wheel of Fortune. Just fucking through the air.
I mean, he has enough simulacrums to do it.
Who doesn't? Alright,
Is
how
that
about we go on a quick little break. We'll see if Orion's internet has stabilized and hopefully bring him into this. So we'll be right back, everybody. See you here in a bit. We're back, everyone. Welcome to the planning stream. Gentlemen, the planning continues. What have we figured out? What have we decided, if anything? We're still wondering how we're getting over the wall. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
How big is the wall? 100 feet?
Yeah,
For a wall?
not nearly. It's, I think, 60 feet high. It's like
Oh,
ramparts.
God, no problem.
And then it like goes up in increments called crenellations, which provide 3/4 cover to anyone who's fighting behind it.
I mean, how fast can you go when you fly?
30 feet per round with this version. So if it's 60 feet and takes me 4 rounds to do a...
Well, you can
and
you
forth.
can like dash, right, while you're flying. Is that a thing?
That's a good point. Yeah, I could do that.
And even then, every 4 rounds is 24 seconds, and you have it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So no problem with just the physical getting back and forth there. Since we can all cast invisibility, and except for Runt,
And
we
so
need
we
one
can cast
person
it on me, yeah.
We need one person to upcast it. I can take care of that. So then we can all be invisible as we're doing this.
You
we just
have
need
invisibility
4...
on your sheet? Kushim knows it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just checking.
I linked it. Yeah, no worries.
Perfect.
Yeah, so if we could get 8 scrolls just in case, I feel like the go in and the go out would be really appreciated. But
I mean, we have the money to pay for them if we absolutely have to.
It would be
Sure.
200 gold per spell, or per scroll, and then it would take, I think, 2d2 days to actually make the scroll itself. So I think the biggest concern would be like the time it would take, like the time investment. If Meager has it, and since Kushim has it, this isn't from a
but I
feat,
don't
right?
think I can. Yeah. Well, it's from feet, but I can use it with spell slots.
The
I don't
fly,
think I
the
can-
fly is from feet. The invisibility is not. He learned invisibility.
Is that
Well,
true?
no, it came from Warlock Invocation.
It's a warlock
Oh.
of it.
Wait, invisibility or his fly?
So the fly came from the Warlock Genie subclass, and the
Okay.
invisibility came from the Shadow Touched feat. But in either case, I can't scribe scrolls. Right?
Okay. I don't. I think warlocks can. I think any spellcaster can.
Plus you're a ritual caster, so you focus on putting things in a book, right?
That's true.
So if anything, you would be one of the warlocks who could scribe.
Yeah. It would just be a check to do it. But if you Meager and maybe
You-
your bard,
maybe?
I'm checking his
mean-
sheet now. Like, if you're worried about time, making these spell scrolls will take time. He does not have invisibility. He has Misty Step and Aid instead.
I thought we were, if they had any on hand,
No.
like, as,
They don't keep spell scrolls on hand. Whatever in your armory is what you have access to from a meta level.
could
Yeah.
other people help out with this, right? Could we get like four people who know it doing this for the mission?
So this is another big thing. You guys lack manpower. There's only like 60 reservists, and they're all currently being deployed in other places. The court is actually pretty empty right now. You guys have lost a team member. His name was Quinn. He's still out in Destry fighting as part of like his duties to his military contract, right?
Oh god, he's been in Destry this whole time.
Yes, he has been.
Imagine.
It has been hell. You guys abandoned him. He feels so sad.
Well, I like that's our fault.
I'm sorry. Luca, wherever you are, I miss you. Like, what you guys can manage to do is basically with your resources. An Ozark Simulacrum, in theory, can help, but they're doing stuff too.
Okay. And we get one scroll.
Ozark can make.
We get one. Can we get like one person, one from Ozark, and I can do one as well.
Yeah, as long as you pay for materials.
Okay.
He'll crank one out in a couple of days, in 2 days.
Do you want to do the 2d2?
Not just yet.
Okay.
I will put that on our docket of things to do. Because once we decide on a time, we're going to have a time limit, right? So if we make a bunch of scrolls and then the invasion is the day after, like, chances are the plan's going to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. So, make invisibility spell scrolls. Meager can do this as well. He does have invisibility. He's a fucking wizard.
He does. Sick.
Yeah. So it won't just be you who need or who can do this.
It'll also help because he can use a spell slot to cast, reducing our need. Excellent.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by Temer. What? So we have our way. We want to invisibly fly people over the wall, right? Probably that night, assumedly.
Yeah.
So now it's like, how would we evade detection? Is my big question. Like, do we have a plan here? Are we just hiding out in somebody's cellar? Are we gonna, like, you know, take a fucking household hostage and just live in that house during the days?
I would hope that with my time having lived in Maelstrom and having us recently visited Maelstrom, looking for an abandoned place to hopefully hide out in, a little hovel, if you will.
Okay, so we want to, like, take over an abandoned building and try to,
basically,
like, live like rats. Are we ratting it up?
Yeah.
We can.
For a day or two.
You know, get a room in an inn. Something?
I mean, I thought of that, but the problem immediately comes with we don't want people to, like, recognize or like, just see us and then recognize us later when the invasion's happening and being like, hey, who are you? Why? Yeah, or having guards being like, you're not a citizen of this place. Who are you? You know.
Yeah, how the guards talk. I agree.
That's how I talk in real life. Who are you?
Who are you?
It's how I
Identify
talk.
yourself.
Okay.
John,
so-
stop. It's your mother.
Meager, what are you doing in the Principality, Meager?
Alright, so we're looking for abandoned buildings to squat in. And finally, how are we going to conduct our investigation? Because clearly we're going to be limited to nighttime activities. Unless you plan on doing broad daylight shenanigans.
In the day, I imagine, so is the night before the invasion, or is we get there during the night, then we have a full day, and then the day after the invasion happens?
You guys decide your time frame here. If you guys, I will give you a date on, like, when the Tulst army is moving.
Okay.
Okay, because I was hoping it would be, we drop in during the night, then we find a place inside the city, spend the night there, then we have the whole day, the day before the invasion, to try and investigate things. So we have that open window of talking to citizens, probably sneaking around,
Okay.
and doing reconnaissance. So having a full day to ourselves to try and look about and figure out what we can do.
How long would it take the army to get from Destry to Morning Glory?
From Destry to Morning Glory? The Vanguard wouldn't take that long, because they're going to be riding in, like, armored vehicles. John checks his map, does a quick map guide check. Likely 2 to 2.5 days. will, like, as soon as they set
Well-
out from Tulsk, they will be like, they will have to camp out in the fields at least twice before
no.
making it there.
Tulst or Destry?
Tulsk. The
Yeah.
people from Tulsk inside Destry. Destry has no military. Fresnoth is Destry's military. People from Tulsk are doing this invasion.
Right, but you said they're coming from Tulsk, so I didn't know if you meant like Tulsk the
Yeah.
city or.
All right, I'm
Tulsk
gonna use
control
those terms
territory in
interchangeably. I mean the city of Destry, okay?
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay. It's the second time. We just want to be sure, bro.
No, you're good.
So, okay. Should we damn it, sorry. Should we try and get in the night before that they start moving? Because I feel like if we're trying to do it unsuspiciously, or, while people are not thinking about it, then if they've got any sort of information about what's happening in Destry, then we want to be ahead of that information. So give ourselves 2.5 days, or like we go in the day before.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Say 3.5 days
yeah,
before.
we arrive at
Yeah.
the night, and then once we're in the city, we have 2.5 days.
Yes, thank you. Before they
Okay.
arrive.
So you want to
Yeah.
be in the city before the army moves out of Destry. The city.
Yes.
Like the night
Yes.
before.
Okay.
A couple hours before.
Okay.
Because if by some miracle we could actually take down the AA or disrupt the ritual before the army even arrives, especially if we take out the anti-air, then that it's going to be like a whole army plus aerial bombardment,
Okay.
and that's like
Uh,
best case scenario.
So, John has plotted this on his calendar. He looked at the thing, decided a day that seems right. It is the 3rd for you right now. The army will set out on the 15th, and they are scheduled to get there at the 17th, likely during the night. So this is your current timeline you're looking at. You have about
And how long
12
would it
days.
take us to get from Tulsk to Destry?
Like half a day on an airship.
Okay.
So we're leaving on like the 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
So in just about a week.
Mr. Underground, what do I know? And how does it relate to having an audit?
That we could actually try and make the 4th spell scroll. Or even more.
I mean, if
depending
it's
on...
it was a 2d2.
It's 2D2.
So maximum-
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could at most, if that's like per person making one, and both Kushim and Meager made one, and then we got just one from Ozark, we could potentially have 5. If we roll really well. Otherwise, we would have
that's what I mean.
3.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm just,
Okay.
Yeah,
we
just
have
I'm
the
just
time, so...
just making sure and clarifying.
Okay. So you want to arrive on the night of the 14th, right? Because you want to be right before news gets out that Tulsk is sending an invasion force. Okay.
Yes. We want to
So-
beat the news so that way we're not, if we are seen by just random people, we're not immediately suspected as like insurgents.
All right. I am putting down on the 14th disco infiltration, which will key to me.
We're the disco team. I like that more than Lamal, actually.
Yeah, you're the disco team. Okay. And I suppose after that you'll have to either play it by ear to figure out where exactly this ritual is. You'll have to do some kind. You'll have more or less 2 full days, and then that night shit is going down.
I mean, our team's pretty great at doing interviews. Why don't we just interview the local populace?
We have the equipment for it.
We're news reporters from Mulan. We wanted to ask you some questions.
Everybody
About
knows
local
Mulan doesn't leave their bunkers.
Oh
How dare you.
shit! Check out what Neat can do. It can find if there's any place within 30 feet that's been magically consecrated or desecrated. That might be
Whoa.
useful.
I think
That
you may
sounds
see it
super
from
useful.
further away than 30 feet, though. Okay.
Might be able to give us breadcrumbs, hopefully.
True.
Yeah.
Why don't we do downtime then? Since we seem to have a plan set. You guys have 12 days. What can we knock out
Okay.
without any other party member being here? It's probably gonna be, you know, your last prep day, and then when Meager and Yugu are here, we'll just do all their downtime prep work as
Why
fast as
don't
possible.
we get some more magical potions from Meager's mom?
Okay. Let me check what she's got in stock.
Does she
Nope.
have anything other than healing potions? Maybe
Nope.
potions of heroism. Oh.
That is all she can make. She is not the best alchemist. There
Wow.
is 7 healing potions remaining. Just common healing potions, so the 2d4 plus 2. There is 1 potion of greater healing that you guys can also get. And then you will wipe her out.
I say Nav takes dibs on that greater. I'm gonna take 1 regular, so I'll have a total of 2.
Alright, it's 50 gold for ingredients for the common healing potion, and 300 for the greater. I think you guys are still flush with cash, so it probably does not matter.
I will pay my 50 in toast bucks. Because I still
You
have
cannot.
500. Oh. Okay.
We still have some, don't we? From the.
I still-
Her
yeah, I
from
still-
the rat?
Yeah, we still have some. I just want extra. Because if we're using spell slots to basically just infiltrate, then I don't want to have to worry about spell slots for defensive or offensive or even
No,
healing.
I get it. I do at least want that 1 greater restoration, but I was thinking maybe we shouldn't buy her out in case one of the other teams needs.
Yeah, I only wanted
same.
the extra 1. I'm not saying we
You
should
guys
take all
are
of them.
going to be the last team who has gotten stuff from this place. So,
Oh,
So they've already stocked up?
they're stocked up.
Alright out.
Okay, fuck them. I'm buying
yeah,
everything.
fuck them.
Okay. Spend your money.
She can make more. That's her point.
Tell me
How
how
much
gold.
was it for the greater?
300.
300. I will take that out of mine.
Okay. I am setting her to 0.
In that case, I'm going to buy 3 more regular. So I'll have a total of 4.
Okay. There are 3 remaining that someone can buy. If you wish to dip into party funds, I don't think your other 2 teammates will complain.
I also have some spare gold for you if you really need it.
I'll take 1. Just I mean, I'll get 3 common ones. Just someone will use it.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely will
Again,
use them.
we're not poor, so it's.
This is the best thing. If you remember, I spent like 500 gold pieces on that healing salve that saved our life several times.
Thank you for that, buddy.
And now we have something that's even better, and we have more of them. So I would gladly burn a hole in my pocket to save other people's lives yet again.
And I don't want to play this game later, so
Good.
whoever's taking shit, let's add it to the party sheet.
Yes.
I'm adding
Wait,
I'm adding
why
everything to my character sheet. I'm
Yeah,
not
add
putting
it to your
anything on the
character
Alright, the party sheet. That's what I mean. Character sheet.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with.
It's on our being.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that party shit anymore.
Is it okay? Do y'all think it's okay if I take both greater healing potions, or do we
Yeah,
want to leave
absolutely.
one in reserve?
You're. I mean, I'm gonna be basically, I see this as like you're our main tank, and I'm like an off tank. Where if I need to dash, my new playstyle is because even though I have the short bow, I'm gonna be trying to, quote unquote, get that invisible EXP bar for shield proficiency up. So I'm gonna be.
So you want to be in the fray anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be basically bonus action dashing to whoever the non-martial fighter is, whether it be Kushim, Meager, or Yugu, and basically standing next to them and trying to block hits for them by being next to them and being another target, and allowing our wizardy boys to run away.
Okay, then I'm taking the 1 greater healing potion off of the party sheet.
Yeah, take everything off the party sheet if you want it.
What happens if you're a non-proficient person with a shield? Is that just
You just don't-
disadvantage?
It's not disadvantage, you just don't get the bonus. You just don't get the AC bonus, I think. Let me
Okay.
double check though.
Also, I have lost my ability to fuck with the party sheet.
What? How?
I don't know. I will say what I'm trying to alter is has like a grayscale highlight over it, so I don't know if that's locked in for some reason.
If you click on edit, in the
Yeah.
top,
Oh, hey! Imagine that.
Yep. It says, so for armor,
Disregard.
armor is reduced movement speed and disability on attacks and saving throws, but shields is simply you don't get the bonus.
Okay.
So if I was wearing heavy
that
armor
sounds
or
right.
medium armor without proficiency, then I would be fucked.
Mhm.
But with a shield, it's just, hey, this thing is strapped to your arm and you're not super good with it, so it doesn't really help you.
Okay. I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
My AC stays the same, but
Hmm.
eventually it'll
One
get bumped
day.
up
One day soon.
one day.
Well, it depends on how much you get hit in this following.
Yeah. And I assume we get all of our hit dice and HP back from the long rest.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Excellent.
All of your resources you may add. And if you have any non-mechanical, non-setup stuff to do, you may wish to tell me that. You probably don't want to be, like, decked out in items and stuff. You will be in a city. It will not be inconceivable for someone to sneak to, like, a well or, like, a water pump. You might not even need your dibs, depending on, like, how light you want to go. Like, if you're just, like, weapons, armor, and, like, if you're solid snaking this...
I'm solid snaking this, so I'm not gonna have anything except the absolute essentials. I won't even have rations.
I don't think it's a good idea for me to go in the city in the daylight. So I was thinking about just staying in the safe house, so I can bring some of that survival equipment. Just in case.
The only thing... actually, no, I'm gonna leave all of my cocaine in my room with my divs.
All of it?
All of
Yeah.
your
All of
cocaine?
it?
What are you gonna do
All.
for fun on night watch or day watch? Huh?
Suffer. Well, I can write... I'm bringing my book that I'm writing in. I've got my book, my little journal.
So he just has a few pages dedicated to how much he wants cocaine now.
Yeah. The Dragon in the Dungeon, Chapter 6.
I am but a dragon trapped in a cage made of distance from my hoard white powder. My mithril, as it's known.
Is there anything new in the armory if Nav goes and visits?
So Thatch, your boy slash hero from the Saturday team, has managed to give them enchantments to make +1 flails and +1 greatswords. The downside is they do not have greatswords or flails worthy of enchantment, or who can hold it.
Sounds like we should commission someone to make something for us while we're away, so we can come back to that.
That's the problem. No one has found a smith capable of making those. Just in
What the
tools.
fuck?
Exactly. You're looking for a master crafter. Someone is looking for an armorer, a flail maker, a rapier master, anything. And currently everyone's too busy to go and search for one.
Did we donate a glaive? The glaive that we got?
I
Or
never
the-
did anything. I
the
never did
racist-
anything with it.
Yeah, the racist pitchfork or whatever.
The hateful
spear.
halberd.
Yeah, that one.
Or pike?
I thought it was a
think
spear.
It's a pike.
Or a pike, yeah.
You said pike. It was a
Yeah,
pike.
it's a
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I never did anything with it. So,
Let's just put that bad boy in there, and hopefully someone else gets use out of
Well,
it.
actually, I've been thinking about doing some changes because I do like my war pick, but what's the point in
sure.
having weapon proficiencies if I don't spice things up a little bit?
Sure.
Oh.
I was about to say, if we do have some downtime, I was gonna see if I could find somebody to spar with the racist pike.
Well, I am looking to take some hits.
I hate how you're calling it the racist pike.
I mean, it's literally designed to do more damage to one particular group of people. Tell me that that isn't a racist weapon.
It's not people.
Oh, you're saying reptiles aren't people now?
Yeah,
The
you're saying
demi-humans
Yugu
aren't
isn't
people?
a person?
A lizard is not a humanoid.
I remember it being lizard people. It did extra damage to lizard folk.
No, you guys added the people to it. Since Yugu was there and it was a big haha funny
Yes,
moment.
we did. We did actually do that.
Uh,
He did say lizards, and we were like, Yugu.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed that lizards meant all things that are reptilian. By
Like
association.
Mr. Underground.
Including scalies?
Including scalies, but especially
Hey, say that.
scalies.
They deserve it. Oh, hey, that's its new name, is Scaly Killer.
If you wish to try to figure out what this pike does, then by all means go ahead and test it out.
Just so it's on record, I am gonna find Yugu before I start playing with this thing and being like, hey, I would not go around
The arena. The trading
arena,
grounds.
Barrack Square, training grounds, that's what I was looking for.
Alternatively, you can get someone to, or you can give it to Arvo so he may legend lore it.
Oh yeah, that's his bell.
Hang on. I actually may have lied. Legend lore may be super expensive.
I think it's
Isn't that like a
250 material components.
I think it's more close to 1,000.
Jesus.
Oh no, I'm a complete liar. Incest worth at least 250 GP, which the spell consumes, and 4 ivory strips worth 50 GP each.
So 300 in total.
450.
Oh.
450.
So if
4
you wish
strips,
for
50.
him to
Oh yeah.
cast that, Legend Lore services have been available, but no one's really had the money to use them.
Do
So
it.
I've just like held that back, just for pragmatic reasons. But I guess I'll
Well-
add that to the armory as well.
I think it would be funny to whack Brunt. So, I'd probably do that for a little bit and then be like, oh
Alright.
wait.
You beat the shit out of Nav or with Runt with your pike. Just pop,
Ah,
pop, pop,
finally.
pop, pop.
I'm just trying to block. Really mad, really wanting to stab him in the kneecaps. But I won't.
Is it a pike of sexism too? Because it's only good against lizard men. Yeah, what about the lizard woman and children too?
Okay, I'll just name it the Republican Pike. How about that?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we did get
Remember
it in
rule
the place
3.
for the Liberator.
Fuck's sake. The pike does not do additional damage to creatures such as Runt, though. It does not
Right.
hate halflings.
It is still a +1 though, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I
that's a
thought.
+1 pike.
I think that's all we really figured out about it was that it was +1 and it hates lizards.
reptiles. A certain brand of reptiles.
So 450 to Legend Lore it?
If that's what you want to do.
In fact, it is. So let me take that off. 4, 5, 528.
John has to look up this item's name. I think it is... Timeline! Where's my timeline?
Racism and sexism, the backbone of America.
Okay, so have you spent 450?
Yes.
Alright. This is called Belagond O Yul. Y-U-L.
Oh, good lord.
Belegond-O. Or Ka, really.
Belegon what?
G-O-N-D. Space K-A space Y-U-L.
Y-U-L.
Yes. It is a +1 pike, which you know, and came into being during the Worm War
Ooh.
in ancient times. Let me go
What
ahead.
have you done to conquer the worm?
What have you? Y, nor W-Y-R-M worm, not O-R-M. Legend lore. Y'all better conquer the worm. The spell brings to mind a brief summary of significant lore. This weapon was lost during the enemy incident. It was likely taken by Facilis, who, you know, ran the enemy.
Express.
Yes. That's basically it. This weapon was designed to kill dragons. Raid team. My raid team
So
launchers.
it gets.
It gets an additional 2d6 damage against dragon-like creatures. It does not have to be an actual dragon. Fun fact.
As long as the weapon thinks it's a dragon. Like.
Yes, basically. Yeah. It's not an intelligent weapon. As long as it looks like a dragon, feels like a dragon, it's gonna fucking take the 2d6 damage. That's why it says certain
Otherwise-
reptiles.
And I disguise Runt to look like a dragon. We're fighting. I'm just kidding.
Does the +1 go under the magic bonus modifier?
That's where it goes.
Okay. I've never actually added shit like this manually.
The Saturday team may be interested in this weapon for future use, but...
What's
Yeah, there
the
are some-
damage? I can just look up a pike.
It's 2d6. Oh, pike is 1d10, normally. And then it does an additional 2d6 against that creature.
Yeah, I'm adding
Yeah, you're good.
That's a lot of damage.
It can be. A heavy weapon made from ancient steel. It's beautiful. The smith is unaccredited, though, which... yeah.
Is it a strength weapon or a dex weapon?
It is strength. For you, it's charisma, though, if you do the weird ritual thing.
1d10.
Oh yeah. Little side thing. If I wasn't before, I'm definitely now attuned to Kevin.
Oh, your Ioun Stone?
Yes.
What does... just awareness, right? Yes, cannot be surprised. Good old Kevin. Who doesn't like Kevin the Ioun Stone? Now Kushim and Runt both can't be surprised, huh?
Wow. If only I was an assassin.
True.
Oh well.
Fucking true. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before Kushim hits the books and starts making spell scrolls?
I think that's good. I spent all my money on
Kushim?
things that I wanted.
I think I'm okay as well.
Any non-mission oriented objectives you wish to pursue in this downtime, guys?
I would like to write Saf a letter and tell him that he is a towering monument to human suffering, and I
Oh shit.
wish to be his friend in sincerity. I apologize for everything. So on and so forth.
Yeah. Do you sign your name or give a return address?
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, wait, shit, would I? No, I would not remember. No.
Okay. Kushim does not write letters. He makes oral statements and then trundles off to somewhere. Would you send it as like a tablet or like an actual letter? Because the last time you wrote something, it was on a rock.
Yeah, it definitely would be on a rock. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll probably be able
like
to piece
you know
it
how like you
together.
can peel an orange so that it's all in like one piece. That's how I would write it on like a spherical rock so that it all like.
Oh, okay. That's really fucking. Here, mailman, can you deliver this rock, this bald rock, to this guy's house? Yeah, he's just like a day away on the monorail. I hope you don't mind. You can send off your rock to Saf Jewel if that is what you wish.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I think Nav is gonna help Runt with his shield proficiency.
Okay. You guys will fight each other for the entertainment of at least a couple dozen.
I was about to say everybody else around.
Yeah, they really want to see like what's the deal with this like armored robot monster guy, who's now just flailing a pike that's like 8 times Runsel, just height. Oh shit.
I like to think since he's not actually trying to hurt Runt, he's not actually using the sharp point. He's just using the length and like beating it like a stick
Like,
against
oh
Runt's shield.
shit, a rat.
And Nav, like, Geologist Jizz has like come up a lot in my time with this party. I think Nav is starting to get interested.
You want to go
He's just,
read
like,
about
carrying
rocks?
around, exactly. He just
All
has
right.
the magazine with him now that he reads occasionally.
A new fetish has been unlocked for Nav. Apparently. You don't understand what's truly going on and like why it's so alluring, Nav, but like there's so many shiny gemstones here, as well as just like rock formations. Like someone's done like a hand-drawn thing of like the sedimentary level of like an excavation site over the course of like 10,000 years, and like the weird like excerpts and columns are just like super like highly charged for no reason. And like there's always, every sentence has like an italic word for emphasis as well. It doesn't matter what that word seems to be, there's no true pattern here. The periodical. Yeah. It's a very weird magazine. I don't think I have anything more to ever say about geography.
Geologist Jizz.
Geologist, yeah, I don't think I will ever comment on this again. Okay, so Kushim, it seems like we're doing spell scrolls. Ozark will get one. Someone pay out 200 GP, not toll spucks.
Take care of that.
All right, he'll get it to you within the next 7 days or so. He's a busy guy. And now it's time for you. How many do you wish to make? You have 12 days to do it. At most you can make, well, if you dedicate your entire being to this, you can in theory make 6. But it will require a successful Charisma Arcana check or something other spell related. I think Arcana covers like all spell bullshit.
If Meager's working on it too, then I'll just do 2.
Okay.
At first to see how long it takes. So I'm gonna roll R2D2 once and then again because I like.
All right. So it will be 6 days. I will go and check to see what sort of difficulty you will need to make. This is invisibility, so you don't need to worry about any spellcasting modifier that you want to put on it. I think it's just a simple Charisma Arcana check. Don't roll 10 or lower.
Okay, charisma arcane. Well,
It'd probably just be a raw.
let's
charisma
go.
check. Ooh.
There you go.
Alright, so that's a failure for the first one. Let's see the second one.
Right, I really put my heart and soul into this next one.
Come on, Kashim.
Do I have anything that can help me with this? I don't think so.
Wait, is that adding your charisma bonus?
I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Oh.
When I spec Sheem.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Man, if only I
You're
didn't spend
into
the whole
16.
week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
Alright, so that's 400
I'll-
gold for one spell scroll.
I'll do another. I have time, right? That's 6 days. We got 12 days.
Yeah, it's 6 days. You have 6 days left.
Here's another one.
Oof.
4 days.
Alright. Stay.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Alright, your first
Okay.
spell scrolls Kushim's ever made. Of course the first one's gonna fail.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience. Alright, so that is 10 days you spend doing this. I will put down on the 13th, Kushim. His pen's dead. Oh, it was working. It just worked as soon as I threw it away. Okay. So you should have 3 scrolls of invisibility right now, right?
Yep. One from Ozark and 2 that you made.
What about Meager?
Meager will have to do his when he's here. Because I'm not willing to do that for him. Not that I couldn't, it's just... You know, it's his dice.
Why bother?
Yeah. So that means, Kushim, you have basically 1 day to do anything else. I suppose you'll get your response from Saf during this time. Which will...
Oh, good.
It will be your rock with a return to sender label just covering most of the words you have put onto it.
Love it.
Yeah. He's a hard gem to crack, I guess. No? Alright, fine, I'll fuck off. During this time, guys, you have literally 12 days to burn. I don't think you're just gonna beat the shit out of each other for 12 days straight. I have an hour to burn here, guys. If we're doing roleplay, now's the time. If you want your earn your roleplay experience, come on, bust it out.
Hey Nev, since we're kind of, been at this for a little bit, you wanna come back to my room and I show you something that I found?
Oh, well, I mean, I like where this is going. Lead the way. Not that I can do anything anymore, but...
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to test. I mean, potions...
Oh, okay.
If magical potions can leak into your suit and heal you, what if we had magical dust?
Okay, yeah, I like it. I mean, I tried the magical liquid known as liquor, and that didn't work, but...
Yeah, but I mean... There's a number, when the tyrant came near me, I sobered up, so it might just be something like your suit's making it impossible for you to get drunk. So, it might only be alcohol that's affected. Anyway, I bought 20 of these white beans. Or whatever they are, and whenever you crack one of these beans open, there's just some dust in it.
Beans?
Do you think you go to a drug dealer and open up a can of frijoles and there's just cocaine inside?
I mean, it's non-criminalized, so they can literally just come in just like a box, yeah, or a capsule, right?
They come in bags. Or at
it's
most,
it's a box of
really
bags.
what they should come in is ceramic jars. That way you shatter it and just sniff all the powder up, including the clay, right?
No, it's like a fucking pepper or salt shaker, and then you just shake it onto the your
Yeah,
desk.
There we
yeah.
go.
Or just it
vial.
comes in as
Yeah.
it comes in as the rocks, and it's you have the crusher and you crush it. You know, like a literal salt
Like
shaker.
a pepper cracker.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, I like
exactly.
to crush my crack rocks first before consumption.
Exactly.
No, it's a fucking. What's the restaurant you go to where they have the cheese graters?
The Parmesan
And they just
graters,
y-
yeah.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's that, but a rock
Yeah.
crusher. Yeah, Olive Garden.
Oh yes,
that, but
just
it's
put
cocaine
your
crusher.
crack rock into my cheese grater. Let me sprinkle it on your salad.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ. Don't do
Anyway.
drugs, especially
You
out
want-
of pepper
I mean,
grinders.
is this the same? Is this the same dust you gave Kushim that one time?
No, this is actually more refined than that. This is far higher quality than what I gave Kushim.
Wait, so it'll make me even happier than Kushim was?
Assuming it works on you, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm gonna give him a bag. I'm gonna hand him the crusher. I'm gonna say you put the rocks in this little small plastic contraption. You twist it. You just just twist it like this.
Into your
And then it'll
face,
just-
just all
into
over
your
your
face.
face.
And
I'm imagining the Italian music going on as I'm doing this.
Yeah. You do this, there is no effect. You can subtract one use of your crack rocks now. I guess.
Okay.
It used to be powdered cocaine. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter what substance it is, but it's fantasy crack. Who cares?
Listen, you wanted to roleplay. This is the best I got right now.
All
We're in the
right,
Tulsa.
man.
What else is there to do besides drugs and fight each other?
There's clubs.
I mean, we could go fishing. I haven't gone fishing with you guys yet.
Let's keep it.
You know, fishing for birds.
I'm kind of scared. I went fishing with Meager and he made things depressing.
Oh,
Sweet,
well.
but depressing.
Flashback
I mean, that's
to
meager.
Meager
That's
telling Nav not to kill himself because he's a major supportive role of his team.
Well, you know, that's just kind of meager in a nutshell. Sweet, but depressing.
No, I meant Nav said that to Meager. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, the kid, like, broke down and, like, you know, peed himself when we were in Maelstrom. It was weird. I mean, he's got guts, and sometimes he doesn't. It's kind of inconsistent, but
Yeah, he's a
also
little
slightly
confusing.
endearing. Yeah, he's got spirit, but he's a little confused. But, you know,
knows
E
what
for
he needs
effort,
to
I
do.
suppose.
But
Anyway,
yeah, if
I'm
you want
kinda
to fish,
sad.
maybe we can grab Kushim.
yeah, I don't know if you've, well, did you check the armory? That, you know, that all task force members have access to?
Yeah.
Was there a gun in there?
no. The raid team has all the guns.
The last gun that I had, Irithel took away from me in our first trip in Destry. And I've been kind of sad because I never got it back. I wanted to see
Maybe
if
we
I
can
could
steal you
fish for
another
some.
one.
Oh yeah, see now there's an idea. Why don't we go steal a gun from someone?
You know what? I will do you one better. Maybe we can just make a backpack out of one of the anti-air missiles. And you can just have like a backpack turret.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to carry one of those.
Well, yeah, we can find out.
Yeah, we'll just take the actual whatever makes it explodey out, and there'll just be like a huge hole in it, and that'll be my new backpack.
You want a tube?
That's how missiles work, right?
You just want a fucking tube as your
A
backpack?
giant metal tube as a souvenir for my backpack. Yep.
Hey, you want to talk shit about Revik?
Apparently his name is Sever now. That's such a stupid name.
That's such a stupid fucking name.
Have you looked at it? It's spelled with a C. It's like he put his name backwards. Who does that?
Douchebags, that's who does that.
Yeah. He kind of gave me this bow. I kind of want to put it back in the armory, just so that way when he comes back, he can see it and know that I didn't want it. And that I
Well, I mean,
returned his
wasn't-
going away
wasn't-
present.
Wasn't his whole thing that he didn't care about us anymore? So it's seeing
I
his.
feel
His
yeah. I mean,
bond, right?
he said
foe-
that. He said that, but
Yes, and then he died and neglected to tell us, like in any way.
yeah. I mean, we
I
were
think he means
there.
it.
We were there when his vampire mom or whatever was around. Us, the tyrant, Revik were there. We listened to the tyrant shit talk, whatever her fucking name was, Annabelle or whatever.
I'm just saying he could have said something. That's all I'm saying.
He could have said something, but he didn't, because, I'm starting to think that Revik's turning into a bit of a wizard. Because of how much of an asshole he is.
Oh, shit.
I think the same could be said about most of us, though.
Yeah, but I can't cast spells, so I'm legally obligated and
Exempted from
excluded from being a wizard. Like, literally, watch. Nothing happens. I literally trained under a guy who was like... Okay, so he got discredited. He was proven that he was a fraud. He kind of did like a Ponzi scheme where he told people that he was an alchemist who would sell like potions of immortal life in Maelstrom, and the poor sods there actually bought it. And when it proves that he could literally only cast like first level spells, they beat the shit out of him. I mean, he literally sold me out to some guy named Geoff in Maelstrom who almost brain blasted me and killed me instantly. So
Oh, is that why you don't like that guy?
yeah, that's why he literally fucked my brain and went into and forced it into all my memories without my consent, and almost killed me.
You want help killing him?
If I didn't have to worry about the prince, then I would take you up on that offer.
Oh, then we
But
just
as
kill the prince. That's easy.
It's that easy.
The problem
do it.
is that we need the prince to be on the tyrant's side for now.
Well, but if there was no prince, we don't have to worry about that.
I mean, Maelstrom's kind of, as much as I hate them, they're like the second biggest, if not the biggest, military holding city-state. And considering all of the other shit we have to do with Destry, with the fucking foul one shit happening in the south, with City of Blinding Lights, and how stretched thin we are and everything else, and the, supposed God War that's supposed to be coming whenever that happens, the last thing we want is to be fighting one of the biggest powers on the continent because of an inkling. I would much rather manipulate the prince, if possible, simply by having him on the tyrant's side. Because best case scenario, someone else kills him for us whenever the gods return.
Or
Hopefully
somebody kills Geoff, and it doesn't.
Yeah, or someone can
and
just
the whole
kill
thing's
Geoff.
cute.
Maybe I should try and find Eustace again and see if he'll do another favor for me. It's been a while. Do you know anyone? Just in general? I feel like we haven't actually talked to each other, like, ever. Like, you just kind of
Not
showed up
like-
before Destry, but...
Nicely. Yeah, we're always in the middle of something.
Yeah.
All of my family's dead.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, I had to watch my brother and my sister die because we were in a... I come from Big Stinky. And yeah, my village was not insurrectionists. We just didn't necessarily buy into Big Stinky's propaganda as much as other villages, and the government didn't like that. So they came and they murdered us all. Or, well, tried to. I'm alive, so obviously not all of us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
we were on our way to Tolst, and then a squad caught us, and I got to watch my brother and my sister die.
do you ever
And I
just want
came
to go
here.
I heard Nevelator's arsenal has a bunch of wacky shit you can kill people with.
That sounds like fun.
And there is still that wizard briefcase thing that Ozark wants us to do. So if we didn't
I
have
think-
another entire laundry list of other things to do.
I think some of that might be long past. Oh well, doesn't sound like our problem. Hopefully the wizards will be fine.
We could always hire like a wizard from Neplator's arsenal to go to Big Stinky, and just self-detonate a fireball. I mean, those bastards are crazy enough to do something like that, right? Just cast fireball centered on themselves.
Yeah. I mean, we could do that from Maelstrom too. I feel like you'd probably know better than me, but
Yeah. I don't know. The one thing that really bugs me. I'm sorry, I just see John dying over there.
I'm just like Kushim's just scribbling, just like in the corner somewhere.
Do you think Kushim has any dark secrets?
I mean, he's an adult, so I feel like he has to, but he's also like a child, so does he... Is it a secret if he says it?
I mean, Kushim loves secrets, though. I feel like he's bound to have some things that he's never told anyone. He had a friend who
Right.
loved secrets. Whatever happened to him? I know you and Zero
the
tried to
crazy
kill each
dude?
other. Yeah. Did he, get murdered or something? Down while we were down
no,
there?
he was severely injured from his fall, and then we left him there or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
don't
probably
care.
dead. Well, I guess we'll just have to hope Kushim doesn't remember that.
I mean, he forgot his own spawnling thing, so
Yeah, his weird adopted son or whatever that situation was.
I don't know, but
We never did ask him about that. He just kind of went off to do his own thing. We should
and then
probably
we got
go and
distracted by.
we have some time. We should probably go and ask him and see how he's feeling about that because it's been a while since that's happened. It feels like.
Kushim,
Kushim!
we cut to you. You're just looking at this rock that has been returned to your
As
house.
friends.
Did you ever find out what happened to your spawnling?
Oh, yes. Very good news. They are independent now.
And how does that make you feel, Kushim?
I'm happy for my spawnling. It is good to be independent. What I'm not happy about is this rock. This man, this pillar of human woe and the desperation of what it means to be alive has rejected my offer of friendship.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What friend?
You didn't send him a pretty enough rock.
Oh,
He
shit.
is such a
you.
pillar of suffering that we have to find him the biggest,
Biggiest.
prettiest, most
You know,
dangerous
Kushim.
to obtain rock that we can possibly find.
I do have
are
some
so
shiny
correct.
rocks that I can share with you and that you can give to him. Maybe he will like those rocks. I've got this funny little shaker that crushes up rocks and turns
Oh
them
my
into
god.
They actually, I've heard they make people
Oh, yes.
happy.
Oh, yes. Then
Here,
I
you can
want
just
to
Well,
be
like
happy.
more
you
than
could
other
take-
rocks.
You could take this, you could
God.
shake it. It's like a condiment to your food. You could put it in a salad. You can put it on your spaghetti. You could put it on a
Okay,
hamburger.
the new
You
condiment
can put it
from
in your
Nestle.
milkshake.
They don't call it Coke for nothing. Coke goes with all kinds of meals.
Yes, this sounds excellent, friend.
Ah.
Oh, thank you for helping me befriend this um,
Destitute
mo- yes.
field of
Oh,
whoa.
thank you for the words as well.
I will give Kushim 1 shaker's worth full of cocaine.
One dosage of cocaine.
We'll write another rock, tape the shaker to it, and
You send it off by postage. It won't get there. Well, yeah, it won't get there until after you guys have gone, unfortunately.
That's probably for the best.
Thank you, friend Ren. Thank you both. I suppose once the spell scroll wears off, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go back to trying to bond with Neat with my, okay, friends. Tell me, I wish to know. Can you throw rocks at me? I will try and dodge
Yes.
them.
No. Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
stop.
Okay.
You
I'm
could have
ready.
stopped
Rocks
that.
is fine. That's all
Throw
I need.
rocks at you.
Kushim won!
Excellent.
It's coming!
Ah! Oh!
You may both
But
throw objects at him with advantage and just beat the shit out of
Haha, sneak attack damage.
him.
Run your shields.
Haha.
Oh my god.
Friends!
Kushim, you start getting trounced. Kushim, take off your blindfold! They're trying to kill you! He screams into your mind.
No, they're friends. I've asked them to do this.
Oh no, he's gonna die. He wallows in self-pity. His only friend about to get murdered. But I hope it's fine. No one can die in Tolst. It's fine.
We're having a long rest, so.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. What can go wrong?
Fine.
Fine.
It's fine. Well then. Any final conversations you wish to have? Now is the time to have them. Do you wish
I
to
think that-
question?
I think.
I think we
we
got all
do.
the talking bits out of us.
Okay, cool. We don't care about going anywhere else. So, we will just head on over to Destry. And we will hope retroactively Meager can finish doing spell scrolls. So on the 14th, the morning of the 14th, you guys will be alerted by someone, I guess it doesn't really matter who, that your plane, your airship has come to deliver you to Destry. It's time to go. Are your 3 sheets complete?
Let me double check. I've got healing potions. Here's a list of items that I am taking with me. I have my thieves' tools. I've got my communicator. I've got my stealth suit, which I'm always wearing. I've got my short bow, my magical short bow. I've got my healing potions, my skeleton key, Kevin the Ioun Stone, my shield, and that's it. That's all I'm carrying.
Where are you carrying your healing potions?
I suppose I'll be taking my dibs just
Okay.
to carry the potions.
Cool.
Do we want any type of equipment? Rope,
I've got
medium
some rope.
flares.
You want to take some manacles
50
in
rope.
case we need to interrogate someone?
I mean, we can.
Yeah, or if we just want to have some fun, you know.
Some
Or
fuzzy
the
pink
building.
manacles for
There's also that.
interrogation?
Yeah. I've got grappling hook, I got a bunch of stuff, bolt cutters, etc.
Are you gonna take them?
Yeah, I'll take a whole bunch of stuff.
Do we have
We
a
can drop them off somewhere if we need to. Got a
I
crowbar.
I own a crowbar and you can borrow it and you
I
can
was gonna
take
say,
it.
I'll take it for
Okay.
this mission. Just
Okay.
in case.
Uh,
I am leaving the pike, just so it's on record.
Is it going into the
Just off
armory
my
or is it
character
into
sheet.
your party sheet?
See, I kind of want to be dicks to the raid team and just like leave it in my room.
If that's what you want to do.
But I suppose I can be nice. It'll go in the armory.
Okay.
We haven't had any character deaths in a while.
Better that they have it than it just sitting there. Potions, armor, bedroll.
Oh yeah, I am carrying a bedroll. I should mention that. Just in case.
Same.
Good catches. I've added it to the armory sheet. So thank you for removing it from your own.
I've got some rations. I've got a mobile well.
Here on the party sheet, it says that there are 5 masterwork gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each.
We took care of that.
Is that us?
I thought we took care of that last time. Like all of the gemstones and things that were like worth money, we converted into raw gold.
This
not
is
worry about
something
it.
else.
Including those.
I'm not sure this is even ours.
What sheet are you looking at? That sounds
I'm
like
looking at
fucking...
the party sheet. Yeah, I think.
No, I think we got these before Maelstrom. Or like during Maelstrom. I think that's why it's
there.
No.
I don't remember us getting 5
I don't-
masterwork gems.
I don't
This is
either.
another party.
I think you're in a different party sheet.
No, this
I
is
mean,
our party sheet.
I'm in our party sheet.
Yeah,
but
I know
that's
this is
it.
ours because it starts with 3 long swords, finesse /
Oh.
curved, very dope. So someone else
Unless
was in
somebody
our
else had
someone
access,
else was
yeah.
in our party sheet and added something from their party to our party sheet somehow.
Fucking Brood.
It might be
Yeah,
Brood. That would make sense.
Brood gave you guys 5 gems worth 1,000 GP each.
Oh shit! As like a gift.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
my
my God, what
god,
an
and we were
idiot.
shit talking him.
God
damn
I
it.
am going to be tattling on you guys. How long? Like a 5-minute tirade against Brood, and he gave y'all money, adding it to your
what a
party
sweetheart.
sheet without even telling the dungeon master. Oh my god.
Wow.
What a
Champion.
cutie. What a cute boy.
What an absolute champion that we shat on for like 10 minutes straight.
Is this why the
We're just
political team-
now finding it too, so it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, now it's time for us to feel guilty.
Yeah, we feel bad.
Is this why the political team had so much money? Because they found a big stash of gems.
No. They entered a
Fair
vampire vault.
Ah, gotcha.
Wasn't it that one that was in by the Overduke originally?
They killed
Wow, they
an
finally
old
got in there.
woman too, but who's counting? Just cold-blooded murder. Isn't that right, Temmer?
Too.
You guys fly to Destry, and the city is in a rather large hubbub of activity.
Oh boy.
There is many a combat taking place. It is scattered. It is over the course or over the river itself. People are shooting at one another, being cringe lords, fighting over a bridge. But for the most part, these past near 2 weeks have been quite a bother. So when your airship shows up, the fighting dies down because you don't fuck around with the infantry when they have air superiority. Which is always nice, but that retreat is just a reprieve for the next 8 or so hours. I'm looking for city music. We're just shuffling. Give me some shuffling. Okay, I can't find anything cool. What? Corn cob. I can play some country.
Yes, play some corn cob.
Here's some
Do
corn
it.
cob.
Hell yeah.
This is not nearly as mood setting as I want, though. For fuck's sake. Okay, we have more piano music. We're gonna take it. Because when you arrive, people are dead. Food is dropped off. People in very simple coffins are being loaded up. Tulsa suffering casualties being here now, which isn't often talked about, especially in Tulsa itself, because technically they're winning, but also they're legally not allowed to just full-on invade this country, meaning the expeditionary force here is understaffed. And reinforcements come in, but more and more losses, more and more damage is taking over. And a lot of morale is being shaken here. People are wondering, like, why the fuck are we here? This is some stupid bullshit. We've been here for like 3 or 4 months now. Fresnot still has the entire North under her command. And now Duke Aldrich and his like 13,000 people to 20,000 people are mobilizing and going around this small little channel that cuts off the southern border. It kind of makes you guys wonder, as you are looking at the few squads and singular battalion, how the fuck are you going to invade a city with this army? But you step off. Apparently Rick Silverback will be coming later tonight or sometime soon to pick you guys up. He's already in on the take, as it were.
So, who's ready to murder some more people?
Run.
Yes, Kushim?
Why do you want to murder people?
Well, I should rephrase. Who wants to go kill some people? Because murder implies that it's in cold blood and is unjustified. But we're killing people who deserve to be killed, so this whole thing that we're looking at now can end faster. So less lives can be wasted. So less people can fall under Fresnot's tyranny.
I do not understand this distinction, but surely if we kill anybody, I do not want to be happy about it.
I didn't say you had to be happy about it. I just want you to look forward to it. It's going to be inevitable, Kushim. It's better to brace yourself for the incoming impact than to wince and look away.
I agree.
Good. Then we're on the same page. Now we've got an old friend coming to meet us, if you remember him. He was one of the few people who decided to work against Fresnoth when we went up to that northern temple of Hephaestus. I believe it was the second one that we ever entered.
Oh, is it friend Grimir?
It is not. No, he is currently fighting Fresnoth to the best of our knowledge. It's actually the pirate captain.
Monkey.
Mr. Gorilla Man himself. I imagine Kushim making those noises.
Is that... Neat asks me, what is a monkey?
Yes, exactly. Oh, we used to call those apes, and then humans.
Ooh, interesting. That's very interesting, actually. But do you mean that you have been around since before humans were humans?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either.
Neither do I. I know Grimir, though. That's a recognizable name.
Oh, really?
Yes, he
Maybe
is
we can-
categorized as an enemy.
Tell me more.
You know how that one, and it telepathically gestures to Meager.
Meager.
He too is an enemy. They are both classified in my database as enemies.
Okay. Do you have any other information about them other than their classification?
One is a wizard named Meager. He is a clown.
Okay, thank you, Neat.
Do you not wish for me to continue?
Kushim.
Yes, friend.
If your friend Neat knows about Grimir, and if
You know,
he's
it's
saying if he's saying that Meager is an enemy and Grimir is an enemy, we know from going through the temple that Meager is an enemy to Hephaestus, which means that has some sort of implication as to what Grimir's purpose was in terms of the enemy. Now we know he fought against the enemy and fought that creature in the temple.
Mhm. He is also an enemy of Hephaestus.
Mm.
Yes.
So I'm curious as to reason why Grimir would be now fighting against Fresnoth, if Fresnoth might have a connection to the enemy or some magic surrounding it.
Maybe it was because of how she was. Oh, I don't know. There was something with
The
with
false
the blazing
prophet.
star. False prophet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Why don't you ask your friend if he knows anything about the blazing star?
What do you know about the blazing star, friend?
Would this have been censored? It would not have been censored. The blazing star is a indiscriminate ball of energy that requires all partakers of it to follow 8 separate tenets. And if one is violated, the star will consume them.
What are these tenets, friend?
John does not have those on hand.
But he will tell us, and we will know later.
Give me a second. I can find them if you really want.
That
We
seems
can-
that seems important for another time.
It could be.
Actually, yeah. Given the ritual, maybe that would be important.
Or even just the fact that we're
That
in the
sounds like a
period of going
discovery
against
to
his
me.
opponent again.
Yeah.
Sounds like some lore XP to me.
Mhm.
Nah, this would be free. This is unearned. Get right. There we go. There we go. There it is. Fuck. I'm gonna have to search the deep lore for this, actually.
Ooh.
This is like 8 folders deep, boys. 10 ants. Control F. Nope, not in this one. Maybe in this one?
When you
Sets
have so
of
many
8.
notes that you have folders inside of folders inside of folders.
Okay, this one makes reference to the tenants. Is it in you? Okay, no. God damn it. Oh. I wonder if that caught that. No, I just checked this one. I actually will have to come back to this. I can't find
Yeah,
it.
that's okay.
That's fine.
More or less, it is based around purity of mind, soul, and body. It is about vindicating oneself and remaining, keeping in pace with that purity line. There is a lot about being whole, like even as separate individuals, like being one. It's seemingly, as the more you listen to it, it sounds like a monotheistic cult that worships a sun. Or not the sun, but like a star.
The ball of
Like
energy.
like a literally star in the
Yeah,
sky,
like
or
a literal star in the
metaphorical,
sky. Like a
Okay.
literal thing. Like it references the purifying fire, heat, venging, turning things to ash, more and more stuff like that. And it will end with the last subject. The blazing star was one of the most integral parts of our enemy's resistance. They empowered several champions to stop us. And
What
then,
were
like,
the names of these champions?
that has definitely been deleted. I can't
well-
remember. It's like a part of me has been removed, Kushim.
Do you know? Okay,
No.
friend. Do you know where we might recover more information about that has been removed from you?
My maps are not modernized. I remember the world pillar. And then I was in a lake.
Ooh. Ooh.
Eventually, an
thank you,
island
friend.
grew from the lake and raised me above the sea. Or above the surface.
You call that Mokapuni, I think.
Oh. I thought it was called Sanctuary.
Maybe it's called Sanctuary.
Mokapuni's on the other side of the continent, Kujim.
Oh, I thought... Anyways, okay. Cool. Okay, I don't mean to...
Oh, okay. We're moving
No,
on.
you're good. You're good. No, that was really interesting for especially for pedestrian stuff.
You guys see Norm Thulon, like, walking I don't know if anyone even remembers or cares about Norm Thulon.
I remember the name, but
He was this, like, comedian guy who interacted with you
Yeah.
guys for a little while. Who was grimly, like, walking beside other leadership.
he's a hunter of Tulsa.
Yes, he is a hunter of Tulst. Well, he's kind of given that up at this point. Because now he's a commander of hundreds of people. And he's walking like a funeral procession to the airship's loading bay. If you guys just want to silently watch that and not interact with him, that's fine.
You look more grim than before. You used to have a smile on your face. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal with smiles?
Okay, so you just like walk up to this funeral procession, or like
Oh no! I
give
thought
me
he was
more
like,
than
like
just
walking around.
dialogue. No.
I thought he was like walking, or like I thought we were walking like past him, and I was saying this as we walked past him.
Oh, okay. So you like,
That's
what's the big deal? As he like goes to send off his dead comrades back to the city they were born in. Yeah, he's
basically.
gonna deadeye you for the first time. He's actually pissed at this. Does he act on it? Does he act on his rage? Of course not. He is a man of integrity, of honor and courage and friendship above all else. And he just turns away from you, ignoring your existence.
Forever.
Forever.
Oh well, you try to uplift someone's spirits with a nice joke, and I guess it just doesn't work sometimes. I remember him laughing a lot more.
Eventually, Rick Silverback will come. We'll key in on your specific frequency on your little communicators, and we'll say, "Hey, come meet up with Baba. Fucking overdue. Let's go."
No yar-hars, no hee-haws.
It is not Rick Silverback himself. It is
Oh,
his communications guy.
damn.
His
That would
name
explain
is
the no
Boomhauer.
yar-hars.
Yeah. Boomhauer.
Oh man, I never have a chance. Maybe you're going into the airship
Now
again.
get on, hurry the fuck up. We got places to go and people to shoot.
Right. Shuffle off.
Let's
You
shuffle off.
shuffle off, leaving behind the Tulst Expeditionary Force, who do not look ready to assault a city.
Uh-oh.
But we don't need to worry about that. That's not your problem. That's their problem. You will... Wow, what the fuck? Where's my airship? Nope. I have an airship fucking soundtrack. I don't know where it went. Oh my god, there's so much fucking EDM. Fuck it. We're blasting the rain. It's now raining. You guys quickly clamber up the tower as thunder begins to strike. the sky itself suddenly erupting in this moment of peace. Drenched with water, you will quickly clamber up to the top of the Overduke Citadel. The guards there, they don't even try to stop you as you rush on up. Clambering, you will get into the holding deck, which is filled to the brim with munitions. Large munitions that are being carted off to different parts of the ship, likely to where the armament is. Rick Silverback is there in his full glory. He's wearing a large, tasseled coat. He holds his banner in his hands. The banner that you claim for himself. His color scheme is that of more or less just black cloth and bronze. Rick reaches you. My hearties, come here! And he goes to hug Kushim, his friend.
Oh, okay. Hello, friend.
How are you doing, Kushim? And he slaps you on the back. Goes to fist bump Runt. You seem a little out of it. Who are your 3 new friends? Oh, is that... Oh, that war pick. I'd always know that war pick. How you doing, Nav? You look a bit murdery today. You start flexing on him. He slaps you and just like, oh shit, that's actually pretty stern stuff. Are you guys excited? We're gonna go put an end to this little beef we have with Fresnoth, huh?
Finally, it'd be nice to finally, you know, get your shit in for once.
I know, right? I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I was afraid that the undead would manage to beat me to it. Can you imagine? Ketamine Bad Bagels stole my shit. An undead vampire. And now a different undead is gonna settle my score? Never!
I like Rick Silverback.
He has a go-get-em attitude.
Yeah, it's good to have. Good attitude.
Well, I'm definitely ready to get out of here. All the Shellman glum here.
Ah, yes, the Tolsfolk. I've been staying away from them for quite some time. They're getting a bit mad.
I'm also ready.
That's good to hear. He will introduce himself to Yugu and Meager, who he's never met. Instantaneously pick up that he can easily intimidate Meager and just stick by his side. Like, arm over shoulder, like, you're my best friend now, aren't you, you little diviner? Let's see how you're gonna change fate today, eh?
Yarhar.
Runt gives a pathetic yarhar after him. And he will lead you to the deck of his ship. You guys will be blasted by rain and wind, but as you guys enter the bridge, which is more or less a reinforced bunker on the deck, you will all begin to fly off into the storm, as it were. In silence, in determined silence.
I was about to say, and thus we sit here in silence for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. You will fly to the city, also known as the province of Morning Glory. The weather
Also
is
known
bad.
as-
Rick
That's
Silverback
good.
will question. What's the plan, boys? You jumping in or outside the city? This is one of those few days where we may be able to get over it unspotted. You want to risk jumping in the city?
None of us have Featherfall, do we?
Meager does. I know he does for a fact because he
Meager
used
does.
it.
Oh,
He
thank
He does when I got blasted by Neat the first time.
Okay. It's like, fuck.
That's why.
yes,
that's why
he does.
I wasn't mentioning like who has Featherfall because I knew that he did.
Yeah, he has Featherfall.
So yeah, I mean, if we
I'd
normally
say
I
we
wouldn't want to
should
take
still
the
stick
risk,
with
but
plan. I'd say we should still stick with the plan because we're 3 days ahead of everybody else. And there's a higher chance that we get in unnoticed, but there's still a chance that we do get noticed. Meanwhile, if we stick with our plan, there's like our plan I feel like was pretty good, but now it's even better with lower visibility. I don't feel like it's worth taking the risk when our chances of getting in our way are even higher now.
Okay, let's stick to the plan then. Dropping
Alrighty.
just outside the city.
We'll try best as we can. The wind may carry you off some miles. The elementals be up to stuff. Mischief today. They've been up all week, getting madder and madder at this, well, region. But you're brave warriors! He slaps you all, just one at a time. Pop, 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 pop. Heartily.
Laughing the whole time.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop in between slaps.
It's actually annoying. You see that, like, most people on the bridge just have earplugs in. They're just like, nah, when he wants something, he'll
I'm
hit
not
us.
dealing with this.
And so you fly. Eventually, he will tell you, well, we're getting close. You better get to the hold or get to the deck. Because we don't have any sort of mechanism to lower you down with.
Looks like we're jumping. Everyone thank the bus driver.
I say we don't have to tie each other together, but it'd be good to at least like for all of us to hold on to a rope, like try to hold on to a rope. Like it's not
Yeah, why don't
difficult to do that.
we just tie like a thing of rope, like a circle of rope, and then we all hold on to the circle of rope.
Yeah. So that we don't.
You guys are gonna have to free fall for 400 feet. I'm gonna just tell Nav right now, there's no way in hell. I'll give him a strength check, but it's gonna be like super high DC to hold on to that rope. I have seen people like fuck with that shit. Well, maybe it won't be so bad if you all time your jump. If you can all leave at the same time, we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, like a squad, like everyone's
Yeah.
holding the rope as we're like running off, and
Yeah.
then we all jump off at the same time.
Yeah. And primarily, I don't want anyone to get like, even if someone starts, you know, getting. I want Featherfall has a range, right? So I don't want
Yes.
someone to just.
It's 60
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that at least we've got some, you know.
Yeah, so if this rope is like, you know, like 10 feet long in radius or in circumference, then, you know, we're all like still evenly spread apart, so we're not bumping into each other, but we're all still within Featherfall range.
Okay. Well, we're gonna end before you guys jump. That way we have a clear, like, flashback point to say, hey, Yugu, hey, Meager, is there anything you would want on your person before you jump out of a moving airship in the middle of a lightning storm? So that's where we're gonna cut off here. Next week, we're gonna go see what the fuck John has in store for us, I guess. A little bit of infiltration, maybe some more communication issues and malfunctions. Undoubtedly, something's gonna happen.
The elementals are pissed. Of
The
course.
elementals,
they're mad.
wow.
Well then, guys, all my viewers, all the people watching in other teams, I hope you had a wonderful time. And for my players, I'll be seeing you guys next week. As always, everyone, don't die.
Dab.
I'm not gonna dab.
For it.
Fuck! I have to go back. Hang on. Boom! Alright, we dabbed. Thanks for paying for your dab. Alright, we're done.